All right, folks, Slice 'em here and going live. Been hanging out with Frojo. Frojo's been working on his Labyrinth of Legends run. Been helping out and doing some chatting in there for him. But I don't want to miss out here either, so I have fallen behind on my arena grind for my Tier 4 Basic and for my or for my Howard the Duck. I said I was going to put up 3 million. I don't see me putting 3 million up now. I just don't have a desire to go after him. So if I get him, great. If I miss him, I don't really care. I'll take the crystals and hopefully pull somebody a little more useful. So Chid and Star first here. A Willow says, "Damn, he tried." Glock, Princess here, and Anthony. So we got the crew. Most of us was hanging out watching Frojo. Again, I wish him the best of luck. I'd be happy to go back and help him out as soon as we're done here, but you know, we've got a channel to take care of and people that enjoy coming here just as much. So Bulldog should be coming in live here later, as I know he is having his family night. So yeah, with that being said, I got a lot of work to do. Way behind on my T4 catalyst grind and everything else. So better get on it, or I'm gonna get way behind and then be mad about it. So hopefully I can get that done and over and out of the way quickly. Actually, I'm going to go hit up some Act 4. Seeing that I have the energy available. Oops. Wrong button there. Story quest is what I need. Glock says it was definitely intense. I'm assuming talking about Frojo's run there inside Legends, or the Labyrinth. It was definitely crazy. I look forward to getting to that part of the game. I'll be glad when I solidify a little bit more of my roster and I'm able to really focus in on that. Willow says, "Don't forget my XP boost." Thankfully, he's here to remind me. I have a horrible, horrible habit of forgetting those things. So a lot of my champs are tied up, but I think I should be fine. Let's see here. You know what? I'm probably going to take Wolverine over Voodoo. Even though Voodoo is probably the better champ, Wolverine's consistency is going to come in handy, so it'll be good enough easily to get us through this, or it should be. Alright. Yeah, actually, Anthony, if you're free to chat, I'd love to have you come on in. Give me a second. Maybe I can grab you and Star and Chid. We'll have all three of you jump in, and you guys can talk it up while I focus on getting through this lovely, lovely arena grind. Not much really focus on that, but it's just the non-stop thought of, okay, you got to do it, got to do it. So, Anthony, if you're available, I'll shoot you a call, bring you in, and let you do some chatting while we go from here. Hey, what's up, Jesse? It's good seeing you. Seeing you over there with Frojo. And again, I appreciate you coming over here. Guys, my intention is not to steal anybody from Frojo, but more so just to make sure I still continue to put out content as well. I'm going to be very honest. Being new, being fresh, it is important to me to continually put something out. So hopefully everybody understands. Hopefully Frojo understands. My goal is, again, not to rip anybody from Frojo's channel, as I think what he's doing is an amazing deal. So it was interesting. Just helping him out did get us some more subscribers, though, which was pretty neat and pretty awesome. We're now up to 342 subscribers. And again, guys, we're pushing towards that 500 mark. So the more people we can oh my goodness, I can't speak tonight. The more people we can continue to bring in, the better. But all right. Anthony says he's good to go. Anthony, what's up, my friend?
Hey.
Just out of curiosity, guys, can you hear me better with the new mic, or is the old mic better? Which one do you guys prefer? Because I did switch to my newer mic out of the two.
It's a lot louder.
Is it? Okay. Uh-oh. Boss says, "Oh shit, I didn't get the notification."
Boss honest, I don't get notifications either. I think I think it's a YouTube thing. I've tried I've tried everything I could think of to fix it. I think it's a YouTube.
Hey, what's up, Stray Cable? Good seeing you again, man. Star says he spent about 4 hours on a comic storian channel catching up on his comics. Interesting. Uh, Jesse, as far as the duck grind goes, it goes horribly. I haven't even really messed with it. Oh, and they're saying they can't hear you, Anthony. Let me see if I can get this fixed. Oh, hold on. Audio. All right, Anthony, go ahead and keep talking. Let's see if it comes through.
Am I still really quiet?
Nope. Okay, hold on here. You're not quite on my end. It's the device. I switched headsets, so that's what is causing the difference. So give me 1 second. I'm going to add a new audio output capture, and then we should be fine. All right, talk again, Anthony. Let me see. Make sure this bounces.
Agent the Legend. What do you mean part 2?
Yes, Star. I'm aware. The new mic pulling it up doesn't change it. Agent of Legend says when we have an Anthony Amendola part 2. I think that's probably talking about our Sunday deal that we did. What does MCOC mean to you? Definitely something that we're going to continue to do. Tomorrow, my plan is to do it, but to do it with somebody different. The idea is to get different views of the game, because the game means so much to so many different people. For some, it's just a game. For others, it's something that they do and make a living off of.
So, Agent the Legend. Do you have any? What did you think of that? Do you have any questions, thoughts, comments?
And then just let's make sure they can hear you. Can you guys now hear Anthony? I'm showing that it's coming across, so I just want to make sure that it is coming through the video stream here. And again, I got a different mic. Chid says, shaking my head, you bought a freaking pilot mic, LOL. I don't know what that means, Chid. This was, what was it, Razer something or another? Couldn't even tell you. I got it back some time ago. I've had it for a good while. I feel like Chid's always nitpicking me, taking care of me. Bro2D2, good seeing you, man. How's things been going, brother? I guess I could go post on some of the channels that I'm going live. I normally do that, and I totally forgot tonight since I was in a rush. And it sounds like they can hear you again, Anthony, so
Alright, cool.
Have at it.
Cool. Jesse, the offers are worth it. And I'm honestly quite aggravated and angry that I cannot purchase them. It's been a rough day, actually, for me because of that. I keep looking at them, wishing I had money to spend and buy them. But I don't.
You know, I thought the offers I thought the offers were nice. I kind of did it backwards, which is was kind of irritating. What I did is I turned around and I got the $50 offer, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I should have done the random one. I didn't pay attention to what it was and see what I was going to do. My whole deal was to do or awaken my Gwenpool. That was my entire thought process. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
So I did the generic, and then I did the random, and then random popped a skill. So I was like, yo, you got to be kidding me. Which I was thrilled,
Yeah.
but I really didn't need the extra awakening gem right now. I'm sure it'll come in handy later, but
Send it over to my account.
hey, you know what? I'll see if I can do that for you. Um,
I have a generic in stock, but I'm saving it for Star Lord. And what I would do for $80 right now to buy those two offers is the list is quite long.
that almost sounds wrong.
Almost. And I just they're both really solid. I just need the gems. I need Iceman Awakened, which
Sure.
I'm not going to be able to do for a couple months. So I would like to get him. Um, who else? Vision. I need to awaken Vision. And I'm not gonna touch the gem I have because I'm saving that for Star Lord.
Sure, makes sense. By the way, good seeing you again. Unstable Man and Aaron, thanks for stopping back in. Bro222 says, been a while, I've been really sick. Man, I hate hearing that, brother. Real quick, I do want to point back up here. Agent the Legend said, when are we having Anthony Amendola Part 2? Legend, if you're still in here, what was your thoughts on that? And we can ask the channel just as a whole. Um, what was your opinion on it? Was it interesting? Was it different? And again, it's not meant to be all about the game sometimes. Sometimes it's about the effects of the game and how it can affect individuals. So my curiosity was it interesting enough to do again? Because my plans as of right now is to go again tomorrow and do it again. So I'd be curious to hear thoughts and opinions on it.
I wish those offers had a units or money option.
Absolutely. Um,
Which I guess doesn't make sense, but
sure, it does to a degree. I mean, the game you should be able to. Units are currency within the game. I don't understand why there's not some sort of ability to switch, if that makes sense.
yeah, especially in someone in my position.
Sure. Just out of curiosity, Anthony, how much longer do those offers have standing on the table for your account?
I am in an arena fight, so I will tell you in about a minute.
Sure, not a problem.
Actually, probably two. It's Spider-Man.
Oh, gotta love that.
I am using Electra though, so
Oh, that's handy. At least
so
it could be worse.
did you notice? Did you notice the constant 300 hit combos Frojo was laying down in that LOL?
The constant 300 hit combo. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Especially
Like,
once he got his groove.
straight up. Straight up. That dude.
At first, he had a rough go.
Yeah, at first, yeah, the first one was rough. Second one, he was getting a little bit better still, but you know what I mean. But my goodness, once he settled, I've been watching Frojo for a long time now, and he is extremely skilled.
Very skilled. No doubt about it. And you can tell once he's settled in, it was just boom, boom, boom. I Am Legend says 13 people watching. Are you telling people you're friends with a legend? Or are you not, or that plan not in effect yet? Uh, I Am Legend always been pestering me about that. Technically, we are friends with the legend as well. Jacob, our resident legend champion, is around here typically somewhere around there. So Aaron the Hoodie says,
Yeah,
sheer
kind of,
luck.
he was. I was really hoping he was gonna expand on that.
Who's that? Oh, Legend earlier, yeah. I Am Legend's talking about his name. He's always saying I should tell people that I'm great friends with a legend to bring
Oh,
people in. So
yeah, I got about 10 hours and 58 minutes left.
I got you. Cool.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. All right.
So here's my thing, right? So I'm on the class catalyst hunt, right?
Okay.
We hit 80 mil. My alliance hit 80 mil. So
Nice.
yeah, that was a record for us. It's the first time we've ever broke 80. So we got the map 6 crystal.
Okay.
And with that, I got my 3rd science. So I got 3 science, but I do not have a science champion to take up. So
Oh.
so and then I got my 2nd mutant. What else did I get? So I got 3 science, and then I got 2 mutant, 2 mystic, 2 cosmic, and 2 tech.
All T4s.
And yeah, and then 1 skill.
I got you. So here's where I'm
Well-
sitting. I am so close to being able to take somebody up, and I wasn't too excited for my skill catalyst because I was so far away, and I wasn't looking forward to the arena grind for Gwenpool, and yet now that I got the gem, now I'm kind of like, oh man, I wish I had more skill catalysts. So we'll see.
So I am definitely going for Captain America World War II in the arena, which is nice because once I get him, I'll have the 3 class cats ready to go for him. I'm definitely going to R5 him. So depending on whichever one I get first between Mystic, Tech, Cosmic, and so if I get a Mystic first, I'm going to take Voodoo up to rank 5. If I get a Mutant first, I still can't decide between Iceman and Wolverine. If I can get one of those gems, I'll put it on Iceman and I'll take Iceman R5. Otherwise, I'm gonna take Wolverine.
Sure.
If I get a Tech, I'm taking my 5-star Ultron to rank 3. And if I get a Cosmic, I'm gonna take my 5-star Drax to rank 3.
Nice. All right, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and bring Star in here. It's been a while since we've seen Star and had him around on a live call. So, Star, get ready. Here comes the call.
Ozzy, what up, man? I'm glad this is your favorite stream.
Yeah, I saw that. Ozzy said, here we go, my favorite stream. Harsh says, how you doing today? So far, I'm doing all right. I'm way behind on Howard. But, again, like I said earlier, I'm not too concerned about it. It's not something that I'm overly wanting, so yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I decided not to go for him too.
And it's things like that. I think that myself is what keeps us cut off low. There's just so many people that just don't see a huge value.
Yeah, well, for me, right now I'm on the Star-Lord hunt. I got the generic gem waiting for him. I think I can take him right to 99.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna R5 him at some point. So for me, it's all about the shards right now. I really need that Star-Lord.
So
I didn't even go past 200K.
You gotta get them milestones, Star.
Yeah, get the milestones.
Dude, I've been lazy after the last Winter Soldier. So lazy.
Yeah.
Supersonic says, Slice, what's happening, man? Who's the commentators? I've got Anthony in here with me, and I got Star in here with me. And again, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in. I really did not expect to see this many people tuning in tonight, knowing there was other interesting topics going on out there tonight. So I can't say thank you enough, guys. That's pretty awesome.
I Am Legend. I do know Iceman will be in Arena. I kind of don't want to wait that long though. That's almost 3 months away. It's a long time.
It is a long
Iceman,
time.
Iceman is legit.
I want a 4-star Archangel from the calendar.
Sure.
That's what I want.
I think
I
everybody
bought
does.
the $50 deal with Awakening Gem and Signature Stones just for that.
Star, buy me one.
So here's the deal. We're gonna go ahead and go dupe or awaken my Deadpool here. I figure let's have some fun, since that's kind of where I'm at. I've been waiting on this. Let's go ahead and, you know what? I'm gonna actually change the title of my deal.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that today, Legend. Because he was he was with Voodoo. I was gonna go for him when he was with Voodoo, but I had to go for Voodoo. I couldn't pass up Voodoo, especially being a basic and Star-Lord was the feature. The smart play for me was to take Voodoo there, so I did, and I did him twice. Had to dupe him.
Yeah.
But 11, I have to wait till Star-Lord till 11:30. That sucks.
Supersonic says, "Wait, Star's a girl." No, Star's not a girl, just a younger fella.
Thanks, bud.
He's just still on the younger side, so he might be a little bit
Does
higher
it-
than others.
Does anyone actually know the probability of pulling a 4-star from the login?
No, I don't think Kabam releases any probabilities. Matter of fact, I've
Yeah,
yet
they
to
do.
see anything. Yeah, I don't know.
They do. The PHC is 1.4% for a 4-star,
Okay.
and the featured 5-star crystals are 22.8% or something.
So, interesting. So at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and move my Gwenpool up. I think it makes total logical sense now that I got her awakened.
She will work wonders for you.
You should R5 her immediately.
Yeah.
I can't just yet. But believe me, if I could, I would. I've got a couple there, so.
Kid, screw you, buddy. Screw you.
What do you say?
He says Star is a 16-year-old chick. I think that's pretty funny. Jesse says, I thought Star was a girl. I'm sorry.
We all had that low, that were high pitched, prepubescent voices at one point. Come on,
I'm
guys.
6'2".
You're 6'2"?
I'm 6'2", so that makes me feel great.
How are you 6'2"?
That's,
You know what's funny? When I was 12, I wasn't even 5 foot.
wow.
Yeah, I was like 4'10", and I just like legit rocketed.
That's awesome.
You would think it's awesome, but when you almost can't stand some mornings because of growth pain, you think less awesome.
Sure. I would have killed to be that tall playing basketball growing up.
Nope. Not me.
Oh, I would have loved it. So, all right. Now
It's
that I got
funny because I
Gwenpool
don't sound quite as bad when I'm not on mics, but electronics hate me.
How do you only have 4 T4Bs?
well, I just leveled up. Let's see. Vision the other day, and now Gwenpool, and right before that, I leveled up Wolverine. So I've probably spent 12 to 15 here recently. So it's probably about right.
God damn. I wish to hell I had a Gwenpool.
Let's see here. Ozzy says, in my alliance, only one fellow player was lucky once. I think that's talking about the login crystal there.
Yep.
So, yeah, the login crystal is just a brutal deal to go after. Luckily, it's free, and granted, you still get good champions, but man, I wish I could pull a really good champ out of it, which luckily I've already had the champions, but still.
Aaron, you should definitely go for Gwenpool. Go for the double, but definitely get her once either way.
If you're only gonna go once, do the second time around for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I see. I don't. If you're gonna do them both, go for it. Go for it the first time. If you miss, you miss. You always have the second round to back up. But if you leave it for the second and you miss the second round, then you kind of screw yourself. That's the way I look at it. So I always go both rounds. You know, just to be safe.
Here's what I can tell you, Aaron. I've seen your roster. If I were you, I would grind for Howard. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that going after Gwenpool is going to be over your capability of your roster. I mean, I hate to say this, but guys, when it comes to the arena right now, rosters have a large impact on what a person can do. Aaron doesn't have a super deep roster, so that's kind of where you're at. You got to be smart about it. Get the champions you can get, and then as you continue to progress, or you're going to be stuck burning a lot of units, hoping to get there.
Yeah, I am not a fan of the Hood.
No, I enjoy the Hood.
I mean, he's fun, but I was severely underwhelmed by what he can do. Damn, that's high prestige, man.
Who? Oh, Gwenpool. You know,
You haven't even have you even put any 6 stones in her?
No, and that's what I was going to say. Technically, I don't even have to dump any into her for her signature ability, but for the prestige side of things, it would be handy.
Actually, check it.
Sure.
I just want to make sure the ability reduction isn't dependent upon sig level.
It's not. The only thing
Guys, you know what's
sig,
bad?
Sig level is the preventing of damage from a special.
Yeah, the percentage of.
Yep.
You know what's bad?
What's that?
Sonic's comment doesn't even make me feel that bad because he says I sound like a 35-year-old soccer mom. Soccer moms don't sound like real squeaky. They sound normal. So, not thank you, but not I hate you.
Yeah, but normally soccer moms are hot, so.
No. Not around here. We should change living areas then. But
Yeah.
not around here.
Real quick, Adita Rock says, I opened a 4-star rogue. Is she good? To give you an answer, the answer is unduped, she's good. Once she's duped, she really becomes pretty nasty, in my opinion.
T-Rex.
Right
And
now,
she's the top mutant. Oh no, Iceman took her over.
yeah, here's the deal. Right now, as we speak, Frojo is running Labyrinth of Legends with Rogue. She's got a lot of utility. She's able to heal herself. She's able to steal power. There's a lot of things that come along with Rogue that makes her very useful. So, yeah, dude, I'd be stoked to have a 4-star Rogue, which I do have, but you get what I'm saying.
I honestly think
somebody handy to have.
I think Archangel's better than Rogue, though.
I like Archangel better than Rogue, but Rogue has her uses, and it's the question.
Oh yes,
is
I
she
agree.
good? Yeah, she's definitely good.
She's great for map 5.
Yes. Paris, what's up, man? Good to see you in here again. Paris says, you know what to do. Slice that like button, smash the subscribe button.
No,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give Paris the respect he needs. You gotta slice that like button.
Okay, sorry, Star.
You guys want to hear how my day went today?
Sure, let's take
Sure.
it a gander into the road of Anthony.
So, during AQ week, I have to wake up at 7. Because the guy that I share link nodes with, you know what I mean? I have to clear his nodes, he clears mine. Is from, I don't even know. It's not anywhere near here. He lives in Europe somewhere. So, I have to wake up at 7 to match his schedule for AQ. So I wake up at 7, I do my AQ, we get Dormy down on day 5 with I think we had 38 minutes to go when we got Dormy down. Broke 80 million for the first time, set an alliance record, got the map 6 crystal, pulled a couple tier 4 class cats. Well, I made them with shards. I made a science and I made a mutant, so looking good there. Banged out, and I start. We go into war. I bang out my whole lane in war. I'm all done with war. Then I bang out the first 3 chapters in RTTL. Well, the first 3 sections of chapter 4. Chapter 3 sucked, by the way, if anyone's wondering. That spite note is horrible. Horrible. And then I see in line chat everyone posting pictures of all these random champions that are getting awakened, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I restart my game, and there's these 2 amazing offers that I just can't have. And I'm looking in line chat, and there's like 1,000 pictures of Gwenpools, Star-Lords, Voodoos. I mean, like everyone, Hulks, people. I mean, they're just, oh. So they start awakening everyone, right? And then like half hour later, then all these pictures of Sig 99s come out, like Sig 99 Voodoos and Sig 99. I'm like, what the hell is going? So like my really good day of AQ record breaking class cats just got completely demolished and ruined and wrecked by these 2 amazing offers. So that's my day today.
That sucks. And dang it, I tell you what, I battled long and hard today on what I was gonna do, if I wanted to go after these or not. It was a long debated deal, and I was like, man, because in all reality, awakening Gwenpool, yes, it helps me, but it's not a necessity for me.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's a necessity as well.
A necessity? That sounds so far from,
Bro,
she's
she
good,
is.
but man, a necessity. I'm sitting on a couple different people.
I think she's better than Iceman.
No, not better. Well, no,
Different.
no, but she's better than Archangel.
I think I would rather have Gwenpool than Iceman.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah, I don't.
It's
I
really
don't
tough
know.
to
That's
say
a
better
tough
than
one,
another. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm gonna hit the stream real quick. Pizza
Well, I
King
can
says
say better because it's better for me.
Sure.
Gwenpool is just the ability reduction is 100% after 50 combo, which is very obtainable for me. The bleeds are ridiculous. So good, so good. Her L2 does so much damage, and has that power lock. Her L3 with the armor break, and once you hit that armor break, the damage goes up so much.
Sure.
And the bleeds aren't just bleeds; they're
There's much more to them.
yeah, they
Every bleed
extend
has a
the armor break.
Yep.
They extend the innervate, however the hell you say that. She is an absolute necessity for my Alliance War. I'm gonna use her in Alliance War, and then like every day, I really want her for the last 3 chapters of Road to the Labyrinth, but she would be the perfect champ for Road to the Labyrinth.
Well, we're about to find out because I'm gonna put her to use.
Her and X-23 and Wolverine and Voodoo. All right, my dream team for RTTL would be Voodoo, Iceman, Wolverine, Gwenpool, and X-23.
And real quick here before we keep going, before I lose track here, Pizza King 24 says I duped my 5-star Archangel 3 times. That's amazing. Once is heavy enough, but 3 times that's getting nasty. Arctic Wolf Mation says, "Look me up, bro. Gonna need a name to look you up. I am Legend. Hey, come back when you get done." Julian says, today I got my 4-star from PHC. How lucky is that? I'm jealous. I never get those, so. Angel says, I think you're sitting well off, bro. You made a huge dent in Chapter 4 of Road to the Labyrinth. Also, I managed to form some T4CC, which are hard to come by for some people. Totally agree.
Are you talking about me?
I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Angel says, yeah, awakening Gwenpool is not a necessity. And no, she is not better than Iceman or Archangel. Don't give it to
Angel. Awakening Gwenpool is a necessity. The defensive ability reduction is absolutely critical to endgame content.
I think she's definitely handy. It really kind of depends. Chit, if you're asking where Glock went, Glock had to leave. She'll be back. Hopefully. She said she had to go take care of something for her sister. Real quick, Arctic Wolf Nation. Not a problem. Let's take a look and see what we got. What is that?
Arctic
Sonic?
Wolf. Arctic Wolf, I would like to know why you think Iceman is not good.
To me, Iceman is phenomenal.
Yeah, me too. But, like, I don't get why people just say, oh, he's not good. I would like to know why. So if you're going to write that in chat, and I'm not saying you're wrong or right or whatever, or you're stupid or you're not whatever, I just want to know your opinion.
Sure, and I can understand that. I didn't see it there.
So I'm not a big fan. I pulled the 3-star Archangel the other day, and I brought him right up to 440, and I got like 1,000,000 3-star awakening gems. So I awakened him. I got him up to like 15 sig level, and I just started kind of playing around with them. And I maybe it's something I'll pick up over time, but his animations are not fun. Not a big fan of the way he fights, his animation.
Archangel?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's weird. It's like the wings and the like it. I don't know. It's a timing, like it's because of the wings and the way he blocks. Like it's really hard for me to get the parry timing down with him. I don't know. It's just maybe if I play with him more, I'll pick it up. But
Here, let me tell you this, Anthony. This is my advice with Archangel is parry, heavy, and then at that point you should have 2 to 4 bleeds. And it's block until you get a poison. And then you just turn around and L1. After that L1, you're going to have the neurotoxin. And it's smooth. I don't know. I absolutely love playing as him. And we all know that. I talk about it all the time. He is by far my favorite attack champion. By far. I think once you get used to it, you're going to see what I'm talking about. But it's
How
pretty
far
nasty.
away is Star-Lord?
Star-Lord is not far. I enjoy Star-Lord. I think I like Archangel more just because it's different. Star-Lord puts out more damage. There's no doubt about it.
yeah,
Well,
but
he puts out more damage over time.
he's one-dimensional. What do you
Fair.
mean? Star-Lord is the #1 damage-dealing champion in the game
By far.
Yes, he is.
by like a landslide. It's not even.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning, Hulk definitely outdoes him.
No.
Till you
Any-
get a combo.
Anything over a 10-hit combo, he's doing way more damage than he should be.
That's very true. But a lot of the characters shouldn't be doing the amount, and they do.
I Am Legend says, guess what champ I got? They are trash.
What'd you get?
I'm going to guess Hulkbuster. He seems to be going around a lot here lately.
Man, he's still on Colossus? My god.
Yeah, Asian Fusion came in and said, hey, how'd it go? Fro is still in Colossus, down to about 1 million left, so...
Yeah, I just went over and checked. He's still about a quarter, 25 to 30% left.
Epic Gamer says, hello, hey, Epic, good seeing you again, man.
Wife.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's great. just says wipe.
That's exactly what it is. I don't understand. So,
That's hilarious.
and only Lord knows what she needs. Yeah, that's what I just said, Chid. Lord only knows what she needs, seeing that it's 1:30 in the morning. So I'm going to black my screen out here for a second.
Angel, Iceman can only bypass evade champs off the bat if he is awakened. Otherwise, you have to apply a cold snap on him by either your L1 or your L3. But yes, very effective. Matter of fact, I brought Iceman into RTTL just for the 3 Nightcrawler. He, even unawakened, just so quick to the L1, drop an L1, and Nightcrawler's just shut down from there. So he was extremely effective in RTTL so far.
And I'm back. I Am Legend says, nah, I got Joe Fixit. I gotta go. Alright.
Joe Fixit's not bad either.
You do a good job of saying not anybody's bad. Joe Fixit
Because
is...
that's the point. That was the whole point with patch 12.0, and that's the way these champs are coming out. And
Sure.
every champ has a place. Every champ has a certain aspect of their game that makes them worth obtaining in some way.
Sure, and I get where you're going with it, but...
Even Pillow Hand.
Let's not go too far, Mr. 440 Pillow Hands.
I hate you.
Wow.
He's your profile champ, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I will explain it for the last time. I got him so far earlier in the game, and I didn't look to see if he was good or bad, and he went from rank 1 to rank 4 in literally a minute.
Uh-huh.
So I have a who the hell, which champ is
And
it?
if I had a down ranking thing, I would down rank him and bring up my whole.
I have a really bad 442 actually. Who is it? Oh, Electro.
Yeah, Electro's
He's
not
not
bad.
that bad.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, he sucks.
No, he
He's nice
does
for a line
not.
score defense. I'd put him on defense all day.
Not anymore. Not in my tier.
I'd put him... I'm on tier 2, and I still use him.
Really?
Yeah, and I've been getting kills with him. I mean,
Really?
Yes.
The only thing mine ever gets is like maybe a quarter of the health taken out of whoever fights him.
I mean, here's the thing. To a degree, when you start getting to that tier, it's not necessarily about the kills, but how much damage can you inflict to the opponent before they get to your mini bosses.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's a team game at that point.
Well, my defense at the moment is Mordo, Magic, Nightcrawler, Black Panther, Civil War, and it was Electro for a while, but they made me switch him with Symbiote Spider-Man.
Interesting. By the way, welcome Cam, welcome Raging Light. Good having you all back on the stream. We appreciate it. Angel says Thorman. Now, I will say this. I am not a fan at all of Electro on a Thorns node. And here's the reason why. Black Widow destroys him at that point.
Yeah.
Because she's got the benefit.
Whoever takes Thorn's node is going to bring a Crossbones or an Elektra or a Gwenpool specifically for Thorns. So putting a Science Champion on Thorns is not a good idea.
Well, more importantly, I bring Black Widow, and to me, if somebody
Yeah,
does
they're all-
Electro there, it's like you just gave me the game. Because I'm not going to get Thorns, I'm not going to get his electric, and you're putting up a glass cannon that I'm going to normally take out. So
Yeah, that's the other thing. You take like 4 hits and he's dead. What sig level is your Black Widow?
like almost 99. Real quick,
Yeah.
let me scroll back up here. We're going to answer a couple of things. Angela talks about, we were talking about damage dealers. One thing to keep in mind, though, with Star-Lord is keeping that combo meter up. For some, it's not as easy. Had a buddy who ranked 5 his 4-star Star-Lord, thought he could win the game like that, and once he started using him, he couldn't get a high enough combo to do serious damage. It's a very good point. That's something we talk about all the time. You got to be good with a champ. Arctic Wolfmation says, is Venom good? Venom's got his uses, but I don't know about good. He's there.
Venom?
Yeah.
Venom's awesome.
I'm starting to think I could just run through all the names and you would say they're all awesome. Like if we did
Gwenpool is awesome.
Venom is excellent on defense.
Sure.
He's got a very strong bleed on his L1. But you know, he's buff dependent though. Like if the buffs line up right, everything's fantastic. He hits super hard. But if you end up with like 4 resistance buffs, then not so much. But if you know you got a couple nice buffs in there, he can deal some damage, especially with that bleed on the L1.
No, I don't disagree with you. And again, but that all comes down to if
he's
it
a great
all aligns.
defender.
Yeah.
Great defender.
Angel says, is Black Widow still worth ranking? Just pulled her Heavy Generic Awakening gem.
It depends.
Yeah, it really does. For me, I've got her ranked up. Level 80 is her signature ability, and she takes care of a lot. If she hits hard, I still like her. I still think she's a great champ.
You only have 67%. Elektra is at 85. Gwenpool can get up to 100. And Crossbones can get up to 100. So.
Sure. So can Black Widow.
No, she can't.
Yes, she can.
If she's at 99 and you're facing a science champion.
Actually, that would only be 90, but also if you pair her with Quake.
The Quake synergy.
She's still very, very handy, and because of that.
She's definitely. And mine's only at Sig 45, and she's still very effective. She's not as effective as Crossbones or Elektra, but she's still very, very, very effective.
Here's the reason why I find her to be more effective than Crossbones. You don't have to do anything for it to start working.
Yeah, especially at that Sig level.
Yeah, and then on top of it, she can still crit. So I can still put a champion down in a lot less hits with her than I do a Crossbones.
That's not necessarily true, just because Crossbones doesn't crit, but when he does crit,
it's a
instead
fury.
of, which completely jacks up his attack. Most of my attacks with Crossbones are over 1800.
And he's my second best champion. And I would just like to say how fluid he is, for me anyway. Works great in long fights, and his L2 kind of mows.
It's the coolest L2 too.
Chit says the Quake synergy doesn't stack for her. It should stack. I don't understand. It specifically states it's her and Quake.
But if you had double Quake, you won't get it twice, is what he's saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, that wouldn't matter. It would already be maxed out. Here, we'll go take a look at this individual.
Well, like Elektra is 85%, whether it's mutant, science, whatever. It's a little more reliable. Plus, with deep wounds and a 7-second bleed, you can keep firing off the L1 and constantly have a buff on them, especially with deep wounds.
Chid says, slice them, read what I'm typing.
I think he's just being a troll.
I'm so confused. Signature 40 at least for Black Widow makes sense. Black Widow caps at 85%, not 100 anymore. That is correct, but oh no, you don't stack both of them, but it doesn't matter. If you do just the Quake, I believe it's more than enough. It's 15%, so that should finish her out. So I'm gonna look up this. What is it? Rocky A. Oops. 12? Space 12?
You know, the other thing with my Crossbones, he is always at 6, 7, 8, 9 stacks of Fury.
That's a lot of stacks of Fury.
The only time he's not at the only time I don't have stacks of fury is if I have a hard time baiting out a special, and it takes like 5, 6, 7 tries to bait out a special. That's the only time I don't have a fury active on him.
Sure, I can tell you. I think the most I've seen is about 6 myself. Maybe I'm just not as aggressive. I don't know, but man, as
Yeah,
far as
that might be. I'm
scorpions,
always at 8, 9, 10.
wow.
I average on like 5.
Chid, you can go ahead and send me the I was wrong card in the mail, and you were right. Just let me know. I'll be waiting for that to come in. Angel says, I would love to rank 5 my crossbones, but I want someone who I can use in any aspect of the game to bypass defensive immunities. I think a high sig level Black Widow may be better.
Gwenpool better.
Sure, I would agree with that. And again, the only problem with Gwenpool is you're taking damage along the way. Black Widow does it. It's kind of like that toy out of the box. You pull Black Widow out and you can use her instantly. Gwenpool's going to take the damage as you stack up your combo.
What?
What do you mean, what?
How's he gonna take damage?
Because Gwenpool is still going to take damage from like Electro as you run to 50. You're still going to take that shock damage.
Yeah, but it's about. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I thought you just meant okay. I didn't realize we were talking about Electro. Yeah, but it's 2% for every
correct
combo hit. So at 10, you're at 20%. So there's still a. So to me, my Black Widow and my Gwenpool ends up taking less damage than my Black Widow, because my Black Widow I think is such a low sig level, but it's about the same. It's about the same because Black Widow's not gonna shut it off every hit. So
no, but here, let me put it this way too. This is what I look at.
it's about the same.
Here's the dilemma. You're not going to run to a 50 hit count with Gwenpool on a lot of champions. Most of them are going to be dead in 20 plus hits.
Yeah, but in Alliance War, where you actually need it, you will.
Sure. And I'm just talking about it in general. I don't even know if you'd run up to 50 hits in Alliance War. I mean, I don't know.
I can get up there. In tier 3, 2, and 1, you could definitely get up to, especially a mini boss or.
Yeah, a mini boss. I totally agree. I'm just talking about on the pathways. And again, it's half a dozen or another. I think they're both great champs for it.
Right, that's the thing too. They both have unique and very, very, very fun and very fluid fighting styles too.
Yes. And like Angel has
They're
a good
different,
point here.
but they're both awesome.
Angel has a good point. If you're fighting against a stacked abomination on day 5 in map 5, your Gwenpool is probably going to die before you get him dead.
Correct.
Whereas Black Widow,
his poison is bleed activated.
correct. Where you turn around with Black Widow, and you may never even see a poison. You know?
Yeah, I mean.
So it is one of those things where I think the skill class, when you look at those top champions there, it is all a matter of situational advantage.
Yep.
Because I love Black Widow. I think she's more generic. She can take on any situation. Gwenpool, when it is in her favor, is by far the best out of the mix.
Yeah, but even against bleed immune champs, Gwenpool is still amazing. Her damage output is so ridiculously high.
Oh no, I don't disagree with that. And when I say not in her advantage, I mean someone like an Abomination. Someone
Yeah,
where
that's
she
the
doesn't-
only.
where
that's
she
the
doesn't have
only-
a chance.
That's the only one. Who else? Who else? Oh, and Cable, but that's a. They're the only two that when you bleed cause you to do something, right?
I'd have to look.
I think so.
All right. versus X23's regen. Arctic Wolf
Roll.
says, how good is Hyperion? I don't understand him. I know he's ripped off Superman. That's all. Hyperion's really nice. I
Okay.
think he's a beast.
He is not Superman.
He said he's a ripoff of him.
He's not, though. Marvel made Sentry as the ripoff from Superman, not Hyperion.
Sentry's a
Yeah,
beast.
because Hyperion can actually take damage. The game just doesn't put it that way. If you read the comics, he can take way more damage than in the MCOC.
And real quick, guys, we do have quite a few people in here hanging out. If you're new, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you've been around, go ahead and hit like. We greatly appreciate it. You know, I've never really kept up with the comics a whole lot, like I probably should have. But it is interesting to see. He definitely has a lot of parallels, and I can see where that was. Chid, we were talking about Abomination. Scorpion says Black Widow is not that good. I have one. She sucks. I have her, and I absolutely love her. High damage output, heavy crits. She gets around a lot of abilities. I still stand by Black Widow. And that's the joys of this game, is I can like a champion more than you like a champion. And find ways to put them to use. And again, I think the skill of all the classes, I think the skill probably has the most parity, maybe. You know, you can go Black Widow, you can go Crossbones, you can go Elektra, you can go Gwenpool.
Oh, Cosmic's got parity too.
I think it's a pretty clear cut. Your top two champs there are by far Thor and Hyperion. By far. Come on, I mean...
Captain Marvel's up there too.
Sure, but she's still not as dangerous as the other two.
I'd have to agree with Slicem on this one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's bad, and that's the thing. And that's the one thing where I think you and me
I would go
disagree,
Hyperion and Thor too.
is there's got to be a ranking, there's got to be a system.
Drax does more damage than Thor, actually.
I still think Thor's better. Just because you're not dependent on bleed. Armor break is there for everybody.
You're not dependent on bleed. He stacks furies and crits. My Drax, his medium attacks crit higher than my Thor, who is my rank 3 4-star Drax crits higher than my 4-star Drax. My rank 4 4-star Drax. When he has 3 Furies on.
Sure. And again, for me, I look at consistency. To me, there's nothing needed for Thor. It's block and go. Block and go.
Yeah, armor break is needed there.
Sure, but oops, I really didn't want to go that route, but oh well. And again, that's just one of those things where it's just a block.
Drax is an animal.
There is no doubt he is an animal. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Ooh. Didn't really mean to go with a heavier touch, but oh well. Glock Princess back. Good to see you. Oh, shoot. Whew.
Angel Ruiz, sorry. Is your 5-star Hulk awakened? If he is, the only way I would take him over as Star-Lord is if you take the poison path. But Hulk is also a very good option for Dormammu too, so but in AQ you really want him awakened, especially on day 5. Otherwise I would stick with that Star-Lord.
I missed that. Ooh, and chat is blowing up. Guys, from personal experience, I'd have to say Thor. I ranked my Hyperion and I regret it. You know, going back to that, those two champions I think is really a matter of opinion and playstyle. I have both of them at rank 4. And the more I play with Hyperion, the more I enjoy him. But there is more to him than Thor. Thor is a very simple playstyle. Block and just smash.
But Hyperion and Drax both do damage over time. Thor does not.
But I can say this. The difference to me is this right here. You get somebody to about half meter and you've got your L2 or L3 ready, and that's game over with Thor. Because typically you're going to stun them, you're going to have 1 to 2 armor breaks, and it is just lights out. Because you can stun back to back to back. Matter of fact, I ran in that today in my Alliance quest where I was able to just stun away and just put down a beating on
Yeah,
some of the
you
end notes.
you can't stack more than 2 now.
No, you can only get 2, but it doesn't matter. It's the stuns. It's the chain stuns.
The Fury helps Thor out a lot too.
It does. Oh yeah. So, and the good deal is I did win this round at least. I was afraid I would have a shot at losing. Wasn't really paying attention to my matchups.
Anything I can. You got a 5-star Hyperion? That must be awesome.
I want a 5-star Archangel.
Ooh. Nice. Ace
If I
Fusion says 34,000 left on the Colossus for Frojo. Nice.
Yep.
Guys, would you consider Archangel a great unduped champion?
Yes.
Yeah. But if you want him for endgame content, he needs to be awakened.
It definitely makes a big difference, I think, there at the end.
What's the main difference? Do you have to have bleeding before you can neurotoxin unduped? Is that the only it or what?
The difference is the defensive ability reduction. You can only get the defensive ability reduction when he's awakened.
Gotcha.
Yep. Big difference.
Which is essential for endgame content.
Yep. And again, guys, I want to say thanks to everybody that's came out. I know we got a lot of new guys in here tonight, so guys, if you're new, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We do greatly appreciate it. Ozzy says Hyperion also regions. That is a plus against Thor. It is, but I will give you this. Hyperion's region is so difficult to get to, and then on top
And
of
it's
it,
bad.
huh?
It's weak.
It's very weak. It's a very slow regen, and more importantly, here's what I hate about it. You get regen at the cost of your power gain. So it's very difficult. You really choose, do I want to regain some health and cost myself a large chunk of my offensive abilities, or do I hope to push through this and end the fight ahead of time? Because if you make one mistake while you're getting that regen, you've wasted the regen, in my opinion. It just doesn't do enough. And it's almost a catch-22 on that one.
And it takes a power gain away.
That's what I said. I mean, you lose the power gain to get a regen, and I just don't know that it's worth it.
No, I don't either. Angel Ruiz, Star-Lord, and World War II are both interchangeably good for both AQ and AW. Hulk is you really want Hulk for AQ. That's tough. Personally, I would. It depends if your Hulk's awake. If your Hulk's not awakened, leave him at rank 2 until you awaken him, and run that World War II in either War or Quest, whichever one you want. And same with Star-Lord. You might want Star-Lord for Dormammu, though.
And real quick here, we got Rice Cooker here. Hey, Rice, good seeing you again. Rice came in the other night, and good to see him. Ace Fusion keeping us up to date with Frojo. Frojo has just cleared Colossus and the Labyrinth of Legends, so that is awesome for him. Good deal. Hopefully he can continue just smashing through that.
I gotta say, chat looks a lot different than it usually does.
It's
like in terms of people here.
we've got a whole new group of people, and again, it's awesome. We're holding 32 viewers steady. Again, we greatly appreciate it. And guys, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Come back, see us again. This is pretty well what you see every night. The content changes, but the voices, the commentary is always going on. We enjoy having different opinions. We enjoy looking into the game. That's what we enjoy doing. So please ask questions, make us think. That's what this is all about. So come have some fun and join the chat. Alright, almost got the Civil War. Ooh, I was afraid I was going to get caught. Alright. And, what's that say? Arctic Wolf Nation says, about to send a friend request. Guys, feel free to send me a friend request. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. It will stay in the request status because I leave one spot open, so. Scorpion Killer says, ask for some help, don't you have an alliance? You know, there's nothing wrong with asking outside your alliance. There's plenty of places to get advice, so.
He means your help button.
Yeah. Guys,
Oh.
just so you know, Slysim doesn't like to use that.
I will use it once I get to my 4 stars, so. And Chid, I think, really nails it here. Again, welcome to the new peeps. Hit that like and have a good time. Ask questions, voice your opinions. No one is wrong except for Star, and that's absolutely correct. Star is our resident 16-year-old yahoo that runs around with us. So he's always wrong because he's the teenager of the group. But in all reality,
that's how society works.
Guys, the best advice I can give you is don't trust anybody with pillow hands as their profile champion. Okay?
Screw you, man.
uh,
It's not cool.
in all reality, guys, we like to give Star a hard time, but he's a good player. He's a good kid. He means well overall, and he's a great part of our team. So be sure we show definitely respect, even though we're allowed to tease him. That's our job. So
If
He
you
takes
can't
it well.
you can't deal with some people joking around, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, you take it well, Star.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking back to when Slyson was talking about yesterday how people have gotten too feely about everybody. Like, just ignore it or just joke with them.
absolutely.
If you can't beat them, join them, Star. Angel Ruiz. I have an OG Vision and just got a 4-star Tech Awakening. Should I hold out for another Tech Champion or just use it on OG Vision?
OG all day.
Yeah, in my opinion, OG is worth a generic also. However, in my personal opinion,
I want OG.
I would hold out for Star-Lord. If you already have Star-Lord Awakened, then... So to me, in the Tech Classic, in my order of awakening, it's Star-Lord, OG Vision, Vision, Ultron. So, so if you already have Star-Lord awakened, then yeah, he's a fantastic option. He's really good. OG Vision is really, really, really good.
Yo, I got a question for you guys. In like 2 or 3 days, Crossbones or Symbiote Spidey is gonna become my profile picture. So what are you guys gonna mess with me about then?
Well, if you choose Symbiote Spider-Man over Crossbones, then
Well, no, I'm doing them both. It's just
you're
whichever
doing
one
them both?
goes
Okay.
higher.
It should be Crossbones.
It,
I think
Crossbones.
so.
here, look, yes, it doesn't really matter, Star. You're always going to be the guy known as Pillow Hand's favorite.
Yeah, you can't get away from that one.
Yeah, it's just locked in. Matter of fact,
I will sell him.
I am going to go screenshot a
Might as
picture
well.
of your championship.
Don't you
Of
dare.
your deal, and just copy and paste it over your profile at any time I see it.
Yeah, so if you have Ultron and Star-Lord already awakened, then so
At that point, Angel, it's a no brainer.
Yeah, but both visions are equally alright. So the OG vision starts the fight with 1 bar of power when awakened, and randomly gets synthesis. There is no time on it. It's a random. Whenever it feels like happening, it happens.
Oh, guys, sorry to
and
cut you off, but this is funny, and you'll like it. Speaking of pillow hands, I have him on my defense for war right now, and he had like a 5.6k rating, and he got a 6k Hawkeye down to quarter health.
only because it takes 90 million hits to kill one.
Exactly.
Um,
And he was on a double physical resist node as well.
yeah, there it is. That's why. Angel in the other vision, the Age of Ultron vision, steals power when burning it. So they're a little different, but they're both equally as good, in my opinion. So you can't go. The only thing I would say though is you cannot pull OG Vision from a crystal. You can pull Age of Ultron Vision. So to me, I would put it in OG.
Yep. The other thing with OG is that the synthesis is just is very powerful, and as long as you're very aggressive with him, he is, I think, probably the better champion. But you have to be aggressive, because if not, the synthesis can push you into an L3 when you don't want to go there. So you got to really be aggressive and constantly be throwing that down, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Go with OG. Only because you can't get him out of a crystal.
Yep. Let's see.
Kamala Khan is another champion that people trash on that they shouldn't.
She's not as bad as it seems. There are some upsides to her, but again, the problem is there's just so many other champions that are just so far above her. It is what it is. R31, I didn't get a chance to say hey. It's good seeing you back in the chat. Wow, Smolbean, LOL, just got my 4-star Nightcrawler awakened from a PHC. That's a good and bad thing. If you like using him on offense, that's awesome. If not, if you use him on D, it's not as exciting. Let's see.
Yeah, that is one champion I hope I do not awaken.
Looky there. It's one of my old guild mates. I'm sorry, one of my alliance mates, Jacob. Good seeing you again,
That's
bud.
a crystal.
Shut your mouth, Star. Yeah. So, Jacob, how's it going? Good seeing you again, man. So he was in actually my alliance not that long ago. An amazing boss killer, quick on it. We used to tease him about how quickly he was in there trying to kill the boss. Every time we turned around, as soon as the node was down, Jacob was there in the fight. It was pretty funny to watch. At some point, everybody gave up trying to kill the bosses because Jacob was there before anyone else. It's like he had a cheat code to get in. So, good seeing him in here.
Angel, there is no limit on questions. If you have more, feel free to ask.
Yeah, it gives us something to talk about, and we enjoy having them. So,
Arctic Wolf Mason, which Spider-Man? Regular, Miles, Symbiote? Which one?
Which one do you guys think's the best so far out?
I mean,
talking about Spider-Mans?
they all do completely different things.
I'm sorry, science. So, Spider-Gwen, Classic, and Miles Morales.
Classic.
Classic all day. I don't like Miles.
He's weird. He hits somewhat okay. He's got like that random, like if you finish a combo with a medium, he's got like a random chance to stun them, which is whenever it happens, like you're not even ready for it, so you miss the whole stun anyway. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, he's in the way his evade works. He starts the fight with 5 evades, and then you get 2 evades every time they pull a special on you. So, but the original one's just better, just all around better.
I like the consistency of the Spider one, of the original versus the
Yeah.
sporadic Miles. By the way, there, Scorpion, I took a look at your account. Dude, nice account. I'm assuming you're fairly new to the game. But some maxed out 3 stars and a pretty nice 4-star Spider-Man. So, by the way, Trey, good seeing you again, buddy. I know you've been in and out. Trey, one of our guys that does a good job really hyping things up on Twitter and keeping us in the loop there as well. So, Peter says, is Hood rank 4 worthy? To me, all day long. Hood takes a lot of control. I think he's a great control champion. His L2 is a beast. Even his L1, if you can catch him, is very handy to have. So.
Yeah. He's good on defense too, on a unblockable L2.
Yeah.
And his staggered, which is awesome. Staggered's one of the best utilities in the game, I think.
Stagger lets you do so much.
Yeah, you like if you put a staggered on someone, it immediately cancels their next buff. So it's very effective on Hyperion. It's very effective on Wolverine.
It's effective on almost anybody. Wolverine.
Yeah, it's
Hyperion.
very effective on Magic too, actually. And so yeah, he's a good R4 option, but unfortunately he is in the Mystic class where he is outranked by quite a few champions. So, but yeah, he's a good R4.
Well, and here's the thing: when you take a look at the Mystics, it really comes down to what do you need. I mean, if you've got a couple of hard hitters already, and you don't have any good control as far as being able to really control some champions, I can see taking Hood up ahead of a couple other champions that you would normally move up. He's up there, and you got a lot of opportunity. Hey, Scorpion,
Yeah, for me,
you're welcome, man. Look, I know what it's like when you first come back to the game or you're new to the game. It can definitely be a pain. So don't hesitate.
Yeah, for me in the Mystic class, even if I didn't have him, I would hold out for Voodoo, and then behind Voodoo would be Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's probably
and then
my
after
favorite
Ghost Rider,
champion in
it
the
would
game.
be Scarlet Witch. So Mystic is by far the best class in the game at the moment.
Leaps and bounds.
Followed up by Mutant.
Yep. Arctic Wolf says, so what do you think of the new champ, Punisher 2099? I think he looks cool. It's an interesting concept. The ability to basically take away an R3 or an L3 and power lock somebody is super handy. However, with that being said, I think he's way down on the list on power control. He doesn't hit that hard. So I'm afraid that he's just going to get overlooked. He just doesn't bring enough to the table to really do everything you need out of him. There's no way I would go chasing him in the arena right now.
Nah, he's like Daredevil. There's only one use for Daredevil, and there's going to be only one use for Punisher.
Yeah, I don't see him being somebody that.
And they're not even the best options for those. So
no, and that's my point, and that's where we always try to be very realistic about telling people information on champions. Yes, they have a use if you've got him. Great. The thing about it is he's not just running around. He's not an easy champion to get yet. So I don't think it's something that you're going to have to worry about. I sure wouldn't go out of my way to go get him. And believe me, these guys know I love collecting new champions. But he's just not, to me, he's just not up there. He just isn't worth the time or the headaches. Uh-oh. So.
Angel Ruiz wants to know if any of us have done 4, 5, or 6 in Chapter 4 of RTTL.
I haven't. That's exact. I'm on Chapter 4, I should say. I'm on Chapter 4, last part of it. Hold on. Here was maps 4, 5, or 6 in RTL. Well, there's only 4.
Yeah, but there's 6.
The 6, yeah, the last 6 deals there. So, I'm on
Uh,
the second half of it.
Yeah, me too. So earlier in the stream, my ideal roster for that would be Gwenpool, Iceman, Wolverine, Voodoo, and X-23. So you ideally want champions that regen and bleed. So Wolverine, X-23, both really good options. Hawkeye is an excellent option. Crossbones is an excellent option. Iceman, Archangel's a good option. You really want bleeders, and regeners in Doctor Voodoo.
And while we're at it here, real quick, Bulldog, good seeing you back, brother. Um,
Bulldog.
on top of it,
Bulldog or not.
Chid has beat our road to the labyrinth, so he's a guy that you can ask a lot of questions to. He's happy to answer. Real quick, I'm going to have a guest speaker jump in. I'm bringing Jacob in. He again, one of my previous alliance members. Going to bring him in and let him chat for a few. Haven't got to pester him in a long time. Enjoyed playing with him. He's a fun guy. So let's
Scorpion Killer, Carnage is garbage. He is not very good at all.
He's a lot of fun.
He's fun, but
He
I
is
don't
a lot
think
of fun, but he's not very useful.
Yes, his usefulness is very limited, in my opinion. So.
And was it Scorpion earlier who showed you his account, who is
Yes.
new to the game? Some advice for him. For only $5, you can get a 3-star Awakening gem. If I was you, I'd probably go for that.
What?
Angel.
The deals.
That's
There's
a
like a
solid
4-star.
team.
There's a 3-star.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about my 3 stars. I mean, his roster is good enough. Here before long, the 4 stars are going to come rolling down the pipeline for him. So I wouldn't be too worried. I think just be prepared and be ready to go whenever it happens. All right. And Jacob, I'm going to try giving you a call again here if you can hear that. All right. Let's take a look here. What was I thinking about? Hello, guys. I got 5 of the featured crystals for funds, and I pulled a 4-star Carnage. Nice. I mean, here's the thing. I would still like to have Carnage. I think he's kind of cool to have on your roster. Outside of that, there's really not a whole lot of use for him, though. So. Alright, we're going to try this one more time with Jacob and see if this works. Well, apparently not. So. Now I don't know what I did. There we go.
R31's getting a little weird with Kamala Khan there.
Killswitch says, alright, so I got a 5-star Storm. Do you think she's worth rank 3 unduped? Yeah. Absolutely. She's a very hard-hitting champion. Oh, I'm sorry, Arctic. That was Arctic Wolf, not Scorpion Killer. Hey, my bad, man. I got crisscrossed. For whoever is new, get into the arena soon. Absolutely. The faster you can get in there, the better.
Yeah, Peter, magic. You want magic there, especially if she's awakened. If she's not awakened.
And it's a she.
Actually, even if she is awakened, unawakened. Yeah, magic, either way.
Oh, absolutely. I think magic is a no-brainer. You have to have her up there. She's just a great champion to have. Unduped, she's still good on offense. When she's duped, she's amazing on defense. And I was told my mic was coming in a little light. Did that take care of it? Let me know, guys. Killswitch says, all right, so what do you think about rank 4? Here, let me put it this way, Killswitch. The question is, what are your other options? At some point you have to judge what you have going for you. If you're not going to pull another 4-star in a while, then, hey, maybe you go ahead or 5-star, maybe you go for it. I tell you what, outside of that, it really just depends.
Scorpion, there's no way.
Yeah, and here there is ways you can find her that you can think that she's not good. We're all entitled to our opinion, but to me, Magic's the best control champion in the game.
Not even close.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't agree with
Power
that.
control, she's there.
Nope.
Because not only can she control, she can also lock.
Yeah,
once you're up
but
to that
it's
L2,
not-
you're done.
A, it's not 100% to proc, and B, it's on our L2. Vision, both visions are better because they have L1.
I would take Vision. Especially since, if you want to go by variety, there's a lot more great mystics than there is techs.
All right.
If you get what I'm
gonna look
saying.
at this. No, I don't, but hold on.
Like,
Okay,
in
so
my roster,
you got
I
an
would rather have a
85%
Vision.
chance. You got an 85% chance to power lock for 9 seconds and a 100% chance to power still, taking 33% of their power as your own. I don't know. To me, I think it's a no-brainer. Yeah,
Vision. There's no way you cannot say Vision is better.
there's plenty. I mean, at the end of the day, I think I would still take Magic over Vision if I was wanting to go full power control.
You haven't done RTTL then.
I'm at the same spot you are.
Hawkeye is more efficient than her because of the L1, and so are both Visions. It's the L1. It takes too long. In some fights, it takes too long to get to her L2.
For 9 seconds.
Hold on 1 second. Jacob, I can finally hear you. You're going to need to turn your volume down because now you're going to be pushing out sound.
Sounds
So,
good. I'll plug in a pair of headphones, see if that helps out.
how's it going, man? Good seeing you again.
All right, how's that? You guys hear me okay?
We hear you
Yeah.
loud and clear.
You haven't done RTTL then.
Jacob, what is your opinion here? If you have to have a power lock champ, who are you bringing?
It's the L1.
That's
Some fights.
I was just waiting for him to finish there.
Yep, not a problem.
Yeah, I think you need to mute your website.
Hey, you're gonna
Yeah,
have
that's where we're at.
to- Okay.
All right, here we go. Yeah, okay, so in my opinion, it's tough to say because I only just got Magic for the first time, and she is actually my first Power Lock champ. So I'm super stoked to have her in the first place. Immediately went back to Road to the Labyrinth 4-3, where everyone has Spite and like all or nothings, which is miserable, just to practice with her. So I'm already loving her power lock, but I can totally see where the L2 is a holdup for a lot of people.
Yeah, Dormammu is also more effective in power lock and power control.
Totally, because he drains on crits, doesn't he?
Yeah,
No, he drains
Drains on heavy.
on mediums.
Mediums, yeah.
On mediums, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can get that. To me, though, it's still, once you get to that L2 with Magic, you don't have to worry about energy at all the rest
That's
of
the
the entire
whole
fight.
thing. Once you get there, what's going to happen
It's not
until
hard.
The only holdup is if you hit like a Power Star 1 or Power Star 2.
Sure.
But even then, patience and you can probably get there.
The
Yeah,
thing about
you can-
that is
you
if
can sneak it in before, like, they'll get to their L3 before you get to your L2, but if you time your combo right, you'll finish your 5-hit combo while they're already in L3, but you're getting your L2, so it kind of evens out, you know what I mean?
here's-
Right, like I'll try to get it
You gotta
as
time it
close
out,
to the
right?
L3 as I can possibly get it without actually letting them have it, and
Yeah.
then do the
Dormammu.
combo. Yeah.
Here- Here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize too, and this is what you have to do with Magic. You have to time your parry. If you parry well, you gain energy while taking no damage. So if you start against somebody with a power start, it's all about the parry. How many times can you parry before you have to really deal with it?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you gain power when you parry. So if you parry a couple times, you will actually.
What are you just gonna parry 15 times to get a bar of power? That's crazy.
But it's not about 15. You just got to get it close. So whenever you hit your 5 combo, you're going to be at L2 before they're at L3 by far.
You would have to get at least 10 to 15 parries.
That would be very patient.
And then by that time you're backed up against a wall, and you're gonna have to hit your L1 to get away from the wall.
No. And I can tell you, I've done it. It's not easy. And you may take a damage or two, but the thing with Magic is once you get that L2 on, it's game over against the opponent. You don't have to worry about it. So I mean, even if you take a couple hits en route to your first L2, after that, you can be aggressive, you can go to work, and you never have to worry about the power of the opponent again. So that's why I think it's a little bit deeper than Vision. And here's the deal: I've had my Visions, both of them longer than Magic, but I still like Magic.
Yeah, and it's not 100% either, which is sucky.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll bring up that I think East Selena's 9 squad is sort of touching on, Magic was super helpful for something like the Batista challenge, whereas Vision would have a class disadvantage against, 3 of those champs. Obviously that's just one case, but
Hawkeye was my MVP for Batista.
Yeah,
fair enough. I think everyone had a power control except for me while that was going on.
I did not either. I mean, I had Hawkeye, but I didn't use him. Believe it or not, I was able to do it. I was still with you guys at the time, Jake. I was able to get that done with Scarlet Witch.
See, I didn't even have her at the time. It was a weird period of time for my game. I got really lucky really recently.
All right, quick kill switch here in the live chat says if they power start 1, punch them 5 times, ending and starting with medium attacks. Then you will punch 2 times after a parry, punch 5. Yeah. And then Angel says, guys, what Sliceman is saying, that gaining power from a block is a plus. Obviously, you're going to get hit a couple times in between. And you are.
You're also taking damage, though.
On a parry, you're not. A parry,
there you are.
No, you're not. On a parry, if so, it's so little. It's very little. But a perfect parry.
Yeah, but the amount of parries you have to take to get a bar of power is going to add up.
Sure, but
in an Alliance War, I would rather intercept until I get to my second bar of power and not take any damage.
And that's very doable. But again, it all comes down to what's going to happen in between. To me, Magic is just more of a long-term answer. Vision, if it's not done right, you can still let them get an L1 off. They can still get an L2 off from time to time, depending on what happens. So, Chid says Star-Lord was his MVP during the Bautista challenge. Interesting. A lot of people went with power control.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, there was spite. I mean, granted, Star-Lord only gets Fury every once in a while. You got to get pretty lucky with that power drain.
Yeah, that spite's terrible.
Scorpion.
I think it's my least favorite buff. It's
awful. You can't use freaking anybody but Hawkeye and Vision. It's ridiculous.
It's insane. And even then, you still can't dodge.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Angel says if we want to talk about damage taken, Vision would probably die quicker than Magic. Magic's Limbo can help you recover some of that block damage. It's a catch-22. I mean, and at the end of the day, that's what it runs down to. Is this all comes down to preference?
But that's like block damage. You shouldn't be taking block damage.
High speed, good seeing you again, man. And sorry, I better focus up to make sure I win this arena here and keep my streak up. So,
especially in RTTL, you take a blocked hit in RTTL, they're taking 25% of your life.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah, you like, especially in the end game high content, you can't take blocked hits. Like, you just can't do it. Someone asked to check out their profile,
Sure.
and it was Jeremy B21, and I actually did. But got sidetracked about Magic and Vision.
I mean, I'm
I
working
don't know
right
if
now
he's
on
still.
seeing if I can put.
I don't know if he's still in here. Is he still in here? He asked a while ago.
Aw.
Well, if you're still in here, but
I missed it, so.
I did check out your rank 5 Thor is pretty badass, and Ultron is an amazing champion. I just pulled Storm as a 5-star too. Mine's only at rank 1 though. And you can never ever go wrong with a Captain America. You got a nice sized alliance there too.
I'd like to
Almost a 6 mil alliance. It's not bad.
hear everyone's opinion on which Captain America they like more.
World War II.
It's not even a debate.
Your World War II?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people are. My only I have an allegiance to Classic because he was one of my first 4-stars and my first duped 4-star, so he was like my first 440. But I just pulled World
He's
War
still
II the other day, and
super
his
effective.
bleed is really intense.
Yeah, one
Not
has
to mention
bleed
his
and one doesn't.
World War II stats are better.
Yeah, just in general.
Slightly.
Here, I think
But
this
it's
is what it runs down
5%,
to.
I think.
His block is better because you can get a buff at any point in time, where OG
Right.
goes off health lost. On top of it, with OG, it comes down to you get a stun on that L2. Captain World War II, you get a bleed. And that bleed is a nasty bleed.
And the bleed is
It's so
100%
good. It's
chance,
so
where the
OP.
stun is like an 80% chance or something.
Correct.
Yeah.
Real quick, Scorpion said I was going to say something. There's a lot of times I think about saying something, I kind of lose track of what I was saying. So, who knows?
I'm gonna start typing.
Killswitch says he's still here. Killswitch, if you put your name back up there, I'll pull your account up here so everybody can see it. Steve Torres
guys
says World War II.
relax,
His bleed is monster and his block
relax.
is awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping to maybe dupe him soon.
Well, you know
And then
his
have a
arena is
solid-
coming up, right?
Yeah, so I'm hoping that maybe I'll awaken him at the very least. I have a lot of science signature stones, but I think there are better champs to put those into.
No way.
Yeah, you don't need to sig up. Well, you don't need to sig up Captain America.
My problem with science is I'm nearing on my my first rank 5 science, but my only duped is Captain America Classic, and I've got, like Electro unduped, Hulk unduped, just some pretty decent characters. Yellow Jacket, Rhino.
I would hold out. So
I mean, I'm a patient player. I wait until I get.
I would
some
hold
that's
out for Quake mainly for prestige.
Quake?
That's what I would. I would hold out till you dupe Quake and then throw them all in Quake just to get the prestige out of her.
Well, Quake's a pretty good character. She's arguably the top 2 for science.
Yeah.
If I got her, I would definitely need to practice with her before making a decision like that.
Man, I can
Because
tell
a
you-
lot of players are good with her, but Sly, I'm pretty sure you were saying the other night you're not good with
no,
Quake.
I'm horrible with Quake.
Exactly.
I am
wish
amazing
I was.
with Quake.
I wish I was good with Quake.
I think
I'll
it's
put-
stupid.
I'll put it this way: I was in Arena, and I was using rank 1 maxed out duped Quake 3-star. So like, what 500, 600 somewhere in there. I'll look in a second.
Right.
And I
right.
beat 2K Magic.
Purely
Yeah,
based on concussion.
Yes.
That's
Not purely, but
well, yeah, of course, not purely, but I know a lot of players.
I
Just
get what you're
drop
saying.
Back,
Yeah,
hold heavy,
basically.
Yeah.
Brian Grant does his Alliance War with Quake, and he wins matches with 0 hits.
Here's the thing.
That's insane.
It
With
is insane.
Quake, I feel like she's a very good dash back and go dash back, dash forward, and hit. Because her sprint attack, it has more range than the average one. If you get what I'm saying, like the swipe attack.
Right. Like
And even with
kind of like
characters that would
guillotines.
usually outspeed you, just the range, you get it first if you're good with timing, and you can just continuously stack that.
Sure. But still, it's so difficult. I don't know. I like her, but again, I'm not. To me, I'm not in a spot where I say she is a top tier champion because it's so difficult. If you're not good at timing it with her, it can be very difficult. Real quick, I got kill
Love
switches.
that guillotine.
Yeah, kill switches
Wow.
account up. Look at guillotine up there. Then you got Star-Lord, Wolverine. Now he's got Quake up there, and Quake is a great prestige
Yeah.
champ, but
Yeah, we were
I
just
think
talking about her.
I think she's very difficult to play with.
I mean, her 440 is almost as high as Wolverine 550.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean her prestige is out the
Just PI based.
yes, it's nasty. But I think those
I
are
mean,
three champs.
You can stick up Hulk too. Hulk's not a bad option to stick
Yeah,
up.
Hulk's a high PI.
Yeah,
And he just gets more damage and more damage and more damage.
Right, right.
all right, real quick, Scorpion. Look, man, I would love to have you hang around in live chat, but here's the deal, bro. I don't have a problem. You want to talk crap? Have at it. The funny thing is, everybody else is sending me messages about how stupid you're being. It's ridiculous. It's not needed, man. If you want to hang out, great. If you don't enjoy it here, there's a button on your computer screen with a big red X. Click that button and get the hell out of here. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
I've already timed him out too.
So it's not a big deal, man. Not gonna hurt my feelings. You don't have to be here. If you'd like to hang out and chat, more than welcome to hang out. Outside of that, so be it. I will say this: I like this profile. 3 good top tier champs. Star-Lord, great damage, great regen, and Guillotine is just a great bleed and utility champ all the way around. So you gotta like that. Who was the other one that put up there? Maybe that was it. I thought somebody else. Oh no, it was Steve. I thought. Where did it go? Oh, that was Steve Torres. Okay. Oh, and it was Kill Switch. I'm sorry, that was Steve Torres' deal. Let me take a look here at Kill Switch. Kill Switch is...
I have something kind of interesting I'd like to talk about.
Sure, what do you got, brother?
I was on Reddit today because I was bored and it was like 4 p.m. and I just woke up. Don't ask. And I went to the forums and I was looking at MCOC forums and someone's talking about a champion trading system. And I was thinking, okay, this is going to be dumb. But I sort of liked what they were saying. They were basically saying if your rating was so high and the person already had them, you could only trade dupes. And I think that'd be pretty interesting to see. I would not like to see where you could just trade champions because I just wash out the game. But to trade just to get a dupe.
Chad, thank you for taking care of that. And we've talked about trading a lot. I think trading characters is a very difficult deal to do. And again, it comes down to the point where it's kind of like old video game style where you got to find a way to make sure the trade it cannot be one-sided. You know, maybe it's, hey, I'm gaining a cosmic because I don't have one or something. But it would be too hard and too difficult to really be able to find a good program. And again, I apologize, Kill Switch. I got you and Steve Torres crisscrossed. Here's Kill Switch's account, topping out with Thor 550, who is an amazing champ. I still enjoy him. I still think him and Hyperion are the 2 top cosmics. They both hit hard. They both go very fluidly. You got OG Cap, Storm at 3, rank 3 as a 5-star. She can hit like a truck. And a 440 Ultron. I mean, that's a great account and a great group of people to build around. So, super nice.
Chid's the man.
Chid is quick on the taking care of headaches.
What's funny is I did the same thing, but I guess it didn't finish, so it said Star removed it, then after it said Chid removed it.
Amazing.
Trace says, I got some, Star's got some fans tonight. Let's not go over the top. Don't build Star's ego. Real quick, Legendary Bros, Sly just subscribed. Hey, man, we appreciate it. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button. Duel you, I will be happy to duel you here later. Right now, I need to get in the arena and finish this up. just so I can get back on the grind for Howard. I said I was going to put up 3 million, and I am way off pace. I don't see it happening any at all unless I decide to stay up all night.
Bro, just get a couple monsters and some Starbucks. You can get it.
No way. Forget it. I've been up late many nights. Let's see here. Arctic Wolf, do you spend money on this game? Yeah, I've spent my fair share, unfortunately.
No shame.
If you guys want to know an estimate, it's easily over 1,000.
It's up there. Yes, it's definitely up there.
Star, share some of that wealth over here, bro.
Interesting. Glock says she's still struggling with Thor. I know I'll get there with it, but it's not turning out the way I hope. The key with Thor is all about the parry. If you can land that first parry and just be smart about it, it's pretty well smooth after that. Legendary Bros ask, which is my favorite champ? So I got a lot of different champions that I like. A Willow says there's no chance I'll make 3 million. You are correct. You got to remember, this is the T4 basic, so totally different arena here that I'm doing. But as far as favorite champ, I think my favorite is overall Archangel. He's fun to attack with. He's an excellent champion. Iceman's up there. I like a lot of champions, but I think my favorite champion to play with is Archangel. Jacob, who's your favorite champ that you've got so far?
That probably recently Scarlet Witch, just because she's been powering me through everything. I told you earlier tonight I just got through Realm of Legends for the first time, and she carried me basically.
Yes. She can definitely do that, and
I only have her at 440, but she's just a tank.
Oh, she's a beast.
Other than that, I actually have a lot of fun playing with Mordo, because if you can get his L1 and then that stuns them, like a 20% chance or something like that, you can charge your heavy long enough to get 10 Fury stacks.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just insane. And then against champs like Groot or Venom, it's just clean up with Soul Barb. L2.
Here's my thing with Mordo too. It's kind of like here. If you like Mordo, you're going to be okay with Quake when it comes to charging those. But for me, I just sit back and let it charge, and basically as soon as they come running in, it's all about the timing. And sometimes I sneak in a very nifty heavy off that, and it
right.
Man, you want to talk about handy. It's a great way to start a fight. You know, you start out with a big heavy, and you're setting on 10 stacks of Fury.
Yeah, that single heavy can probably do up to 2k even if you don't crit.
Oh, absolutely.
2.5 even.
It's just nasty.
Yeah.
Anthony, who's your favorite champ? We'll just kind of go around the table here.
Oh, boy. I don't even know. I mean, Wolverine is a childhood favorite of mine.
Sure.
So I really love Wolverine. But then I got Voodoo in Arena, and it's all the much sweeter because I grinded him out twice. But then there's Gwenpool. And I just pulled the 5-star Ultron, who I love. And then Drax is just absolutely demolishing everything that I use him on.
Drax is very underrated.
Oh, he's a beast.
Fury stacks and bleed stacks, I mean, pure attacker.
My 5-star Drax will tick for over 1,000 on his bleed.
Yeah, it's nasty.
And I pulled the 4-star Iceman from the Login Crystal, who is just so smooth, so
The Iceman's a lot of
That's
fun.
that's incredibly lucky. I would love a 4-star Iceman. I'm saving
hope
up
I
to get
get
the
Archangels
5-star
come
crystal, but
I'm loving it, dude. Go
you
for
know.
it. Go for the 5-star. Go for the
20% chance. I'm just like, at the very least, maybe I'll get something I like.
22.8.
How many?
Yep.
Just out of curiosity, how many shards do you have saved up there, Jake?
I think I have 22K. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get 2 by the time he rolls around.
Yeah, I'm setting it a little over 30, and I'm hoping that I can really, really push. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to have a third shot at him, but we'll see. I'm curious to see, because here's the problem. The crystals have gotten a little messed up. We should be on Psylocke's crystal right now, and we're not.
I did notice that. Yeah, and apparently we still got 4 days. So maybe we will actually have just enough time to make that last push for shards.
That's my hope. My hope is that
I mean,
I'll have that
I'm
extra
considering just tackling Act 5, Chapter 2, because that'll give me,
time. Sure.
upon exploration. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to do it, but even completion, you'll get 700.
Right.
And maybe you dupe a 4-star from the 4-star shards you get.
Absolutely, and it's definitely worth the push. So. Let's see here. Legendary Bros asked what my rating was. I went ahead and pulled my profile up on the screen. It was 2-something. It'd be better if I would have a great 5-star champion that I would actually want to level. I got in all reality, it comes from the fact that I've got a lot of neat champions that have recently came out, and that's what's really helped me. I was able to get a lot of good champions. And once they get ranked up to rank 5, it'll definitely be even better. So it's hard to argue with it for now, though. Best science champion. Wow, to me it's a no-brainer. It's World War II Captain America. Not even close.
Hulk's starting to catch him a little bit.
Sure, Hulk is handy.
If they buff Hulk again, which I don't think is going to happen, I think he might overtake him.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like if they just keep buffing somebody, eventually they're going to overtake them. So.
Yeah.
That's what happened at Scarlet Witch in the beginning of the game.
I don't know. World War II he's just all around amazing.
He's a great champion. I wish he was a little more offensive. His bleed is nice, but outside of that, it is kind of fighting with a turtle at times. Especially when you're used to fighting with somebody like Gwenpool, Archangel, Iceman, those guys that put out a little more damage. It's a big difference,
Yeah, but you bring him in specifically for his block capability.
No, I don't disagree with you there. What you're getting with Captain America is the ability to drag out fights, continue to go, and not take damage. That's the big things with him. Is he can just do so much offensively because of his defensive capabilities. Let's see here. Legendary Bro says, why do I not rank up X-23 and Captain World War II? Oh, you're talking about my 3 stars? To be quite honest with you, it's because right now I have been so focused on making sure my 4 stars go up. I have saved all my catalysts for those. So, oops. Pillow Hands has hit me. There was a little bit of a tickle there.
Pillow Hand's gonna mess you up, son.
Star, you're going to need to take it down a notch. I definitely think Pillow Hands is in no danger of beating me.
I think Pillow Hands is usable in certain circumstances, but let me make this on the record. I do not think he is good.
You love him.
No.
Yet you have him at 440.
If I had to rank down item, I would rank him down and bring Crossbones up. No, I would double rank him down, and I'd bring Hulk up as well. Ow, I don't know what that was, but it kind of hurt. I just hit my foot and I'm kind of freaking out. But
Okay, so
Don't you-
back to subject.
Don't
Back to
you have a
subject.
bedtime, by the way?
Yeah.
Like,
I do not. I stay up till usually 9 in the morning, then I sleep till 4.
all right, Arctic Wolf Mation says, "You think Spidey Homecoming will make it to the game?" Absolutely. It's already been released. We know he's coming. We don't know for sure what class he's gonna be.
Tech. You do
but-
know it's Tech.
Has it been released?
No, we think we know, and
It's
I think,
We're assuming he's tech.
and I hope we are wrong because we need another good science.
That's a fair reason, but I also think it's wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is wishful
Check.
thinking.
But he definitely is going to be.
Star,
Coming to
you
the
want to
game.
bet some refills on it?
Oh, I know he's not gonna be. I'm just hoping. It's like a dying man's wish. Oh, I hope I live. I hope I live.
Yeah. Well,
I think I just confused myself.
about.
Didn't he just say he was going to be science?
He said
I
he
said I
hoped.
hope.
He hoped.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, bet
Wish-
me anyway. I need some refills.
Anyway.
Some
Hey,
wishful thinking.
I have $300 that I've saved up for 3 Odin Vaults for Homecoming Spider-Man, so can't. Sorry.
Dude, screw that, dude. Buy me the Awakening Gem.
Do you really think Homecoming
I already
Spidey will
bought
be
the
that
Awakening
worth
Gem.
it?
No, buy
No.
me the Awakening Gem.
The
Nice,
problem
not you.
is Star is a huge Spider-Man fan.
I have a
So-
tattoo of Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man emblem, I should say.
Is it one of those sponge water tattoos, or is it like...
No, I got it on my 16th birthday.
That was-
I've been asking my
that was-
dad for
that
4
was
years.
perfect.
No, it's a funny story, guys. So when on my 12th birthday, I said, "Dad, let me next year get a tattoo," and he said, "Ask me again next year." And he did that for 4 years, and I was like, "Dude, come on." So he finally gave me consent, and I got. It's on my bicep. It's the Spider-Man emblem with like. Imagine like half a circle, but on both sides. Like it's a circle, but it's split. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm hoping, because see, my birthday, my 17th birthday is coming up November 29th, and I want to get an add-on, which is basically like a band of emblems around it. So the X-Men, S.H.I.E.L.D., Deadpool, I want to get their emblems around it to almost make like a band.
That would be pretty awesome. It's good to have a theme.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like that's you see those dudes to get like the Insane Clown Posse Hatchet Man tattooed on them, and then 10 years later regret their life. Right? I feel like
Dude.
that might be a similar road that you're traveling down.
I think
You don't... Okay, I'll put it this way.
Although I'm 31 and I still have the same love for comic books and Marvel.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. And also, he was asking for it since he was 12, and he still wants
Actually,
it.
I've been a Spider-Man fan since I was 3.
So you've been wanting that tattoo that long?
I've been wanting something Spidey for a really long time. I'll put it this way. I'm 16 years old, and my room is still... The walls are blue, the trimming's red, and there's painted on spider webs in the corners. 'Cause
You have a
I
web
like art.
hammock hanging from the ceiling.
He's got
No.
he's got the basketball hoop laundry bucket.
Yes, I do, actually.
but instead it's with like Spider-Man theme or something. So too funny. Let's see if there's been any questions in here. Guys, if you got a question, don't hesitate. I'll be happy to answer questions, and I'll be happy to do duels here later. In all reality, right now I am working on getting my arena done, or at least going through my roster one time and getting the first part of this over with as quickly as I can. Legendary Bro says, Slice 'em, do you live stream regularly? Yeah, every night I am here live. This is later than I normally am. Normally I try to start broadcasting sometime around 11 p.m. Central. On Thursday and Sunday, though, I do day streams. So the deal is typically on Sunday around noon Central Time, I do a little bit of a quick segment of some sort. Right now the deal going on is, what does MCOC mean to you? And it's just a look into the game, and as far as what's the game mean to you? Is it just a game? Are you here for the competitive aspect of it? Is it here a place to meet friends? Because the game is always different for each individual. So it's something to go and take a look into and just have a little bit of time to chat and talk and look at it. So R31 says, I got a question. What are we drinking? Right now I have water and I have a Mountain Dew. Well, a little Mountain Dew.
I have a Mountain Dew that I shouldn't have because it's my first soda in forever.
So let's see.
Okay, but you have to explain that. Why is it your first soda in forever?
You know exactly why. His parents wouldn't let him have it until his 16th birthday.
No, it's because I have ADHD, so it's not exactly great for me. And 2, I am extremely into fitness. I have done parkour, gymnastics, trampolining, track, and basketball for about as long as I can remember.
Yeah, soda will undo all of that.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I know.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Believe me. At one point in time, I was a very good athletic person. I'm still athletic, but yeah.
But you get tired more easily.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can tell you, as I've gotten older, it definitely changes. Pigmaster says...
Slicem, how old are you?
I am 32, getting ready to be 33.
So you're saying when I'm 32, I won't be able to do 3 backflips on the ground in a row, but only 2?
No.
We'll call it 1.5.
Look, let me explain, Star. If you keep it up, you're going to be doing none because I'm going to come break your legs. You're not that far away.
My bad, Slice, my bad.
Real quick, what was Pig saying there? I'm in the middle of this fight, so I can't see. I didn't see anybody making fun of you, Pig, but welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy. R31 says, I am dressing up as Spider-Gwen to see Infinity War. So, too funny. Chit says, Pig Master, calm your bacon, no one is making fun of you. Yeah, I didn't really see anybody making fun, so. Arctic Wolfmation says this is off game topic, but who's seeing Infinity War in 2018? No brainer. I'm in all day. My goal will be to get there as soon as possible.
Oh, Homecoming was amazing. I rate that 7 out of 5.
Sounds like Pig Master's heading out. Hey, Pig, thanks for stopping in. Take care and enjoy your time, or the rest of the morning, evening, afternoon, depending where you're at.
Peace, Spider-Ham.
I'm very confused by that. But anyway, very excited for Spider-Man Homecoming. Also,
man,
Arctic.
I saw it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vulture is already confirmed as well as Doc Ock, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for Doc Ock. We were looking at him the other night, and he looks like he's going to be dangerous.
He's going to be deadly. No doubt about it.
Yeah, that's the word on the street. He's going to be very, very, very powerful.
And see, I've got a Science Awakening gem, and I am halfway tempted to hang on to it just in case he comes in as a Science Champ, so that I can have him and awaken him.
That one, that's like 90% tech.
I don't disagree.
Well, I can tell
Yeah.
you Vulture's 100% tech.
Well, that's actually interesting. Are they all going to be tech?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Wow,
That's another
tech
reason
doesn't
why
need the
everybody should be
boost.
science.
I guess
would
it depends
prefer-
on. I guess it depends on what version Doc. Like, is it going to be an MCU Doc Ock, or is it going to be?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You know what I mean?
And the only reason I was saying science is from his scientific background. I mean, everything was
He
science-based.
literally is a scientist.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
But
like,
then
Yeah,
if
but
you're
those-
saying
but those
what actually gives
mechanical
him his
arms are
abilities,
purely
yeah,
tech.
exactly.
right.
He's Dr. Octopus because he has mechanical limbs.
Yeah, it's going to be a toss-up. I can see it going either way. I'm really hoping he's science, just because we need
Same.
a good science champion. Extreme.
You never know. We still have 2
Rather, we
possibilities
need
for
options for good science champions.
Sure.
Any of the Sinister Six, basically.
Yeah, we touched on that briefly the other night, I think.
Which
Well, we
I
know
think
if
is
Shocker
coming.
comes into the game, he'll be Tech as well. Because he's in the movie, by the way.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
was in the
seriously.
trailer,
What
so-
the hell was that? No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. When Spider-Man got blasted into a bus. Look
Well,
it up.
how do you know I don't watch trailers?
Well, I watched the trailer. 3 minutes after it came out, so.
Exactly. I don't like to be tortured by
I like to go in totally blind.
totally blind. It's the
I
only way to
don't.
do it, really.
I prefer to know the spoil. For me, this is kind of weird, but I like to know when something's happening, and for some reason, I get more anticipated for it to happen instead of if I just go in blind.
That's
Star.
hilarious.
All right, real quick. So we've got Jesse Rivera says, "What class do you think Vulture and Doc Ock will be?"
Tech.
Yeah,
I think Vulture's Tech. I'm still holding out hope that Doc Ock is going to be science, just from the scientist. Hopefully that runs around.
I hope you don't get easily saddened when that comes out as a tech.
I won't be. I mean, and again, I think this is kind of like what Star said about Spider-Man. I'm hoping that it is a science champ. It wouldn't shock me that it's Tech, but man, they've had so many Tech champs here lately.
You know what they could do? They could do Hobgoblin and put him in science.
I would love to see Hobgoblin or Green Goblin.
That would be wicked cool.
Sure. It'll definitely be interesting.
Or Sandman.
Yeah, so he's in the game files.
Yeah.
They keep trying. I think it has something to do with his animations in the sand and how that would play out. I think they're having a really hard time sorting out his animations.
They're trying to perfect it.
Sure. Real quick, Legendary Bros says Slice 'em Thanos is good or Maestro. I think that's supposed to be Maestro. They're both tough. I think Maestro's the hardest the hardest boss in the game still right now, by far. And again, I haven't even messed with him, so
Oh, Maestro?
yeah.
He's not too bad. He's pretty aggressive, but that L1's pretty easy to. Well, no, it's not. The L2 is easy to evade. The L1 takes practice, but once you get it, you get it.
Which one is his sword swipey one? I thought that
That's
was the
two.
other one. That's his two?
That's
Yep.
two. Yep.
L1 is the triple beam. That's the same time.
Oh,
as
yeah.
Miles Morales, by
Yeah,
the way.
that thing's annoying.
If you want to practice on Miles Morales. It's the same timing.
Good call.
All right. Sahib says, "Hey, bro, what's up? Thanks. Welcome to the channel, brother. Guys, if anybody else is new here, do us a favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are up a little later than normal, but we always try to stream late at night, so we catch a lot of different individuals. And again, I've got Anthony, Star, and a guest to the channel tonight, Jacob, from one of my previous alliances here on the live chat with me, chatting about the game, chatting about some of the new champions coming to it, taking a stab in the dark on what we think Vulture's going to be, the new Spider-Man, whether or not Doc Ock is coming, and if so, what is he going to be, and who else it may be. So,
Slice him.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a quick break.
hey, not a problem. We will be here when you get back.
We should get Chid in here.
Tell Chid.
Hey, Sly.
Hey, what's up, Jake?
I gotta know more about Psylocke, honestly.
Sure, I don't know, man.
I was trying to read about her signature ability or one of her passive abilities, and it said something like she gains less power from attacking the opponent.
Here, let's go take a look.
Yeah, absolutely no rush on that. But I figured you have her, you've played with her enough, at least in the arena, to have a feel of what she does, what she's capable of. And as far as I know, she's basically not really power control, but she deals with that.
She is massive power control once you get to a couple areas with her. But here, let's pull her up.
All right.
All right. So her
Also,
signature.
Arctic. We were talking about mutants. I would love to see Quicksilver come in.
Oh, it'd be nice. Trace says Chid's got his hands full. Star. The chat is wild. Yeah, it is a little
I
crazy down
I
there.
see that now.
I tell you what, Trey. Give me 1 second here, fellas. Slice some quack. I think that's supposed to be
I think
Quake.
they mean Quake. Quake, yeah.
Quake is a great champion. Again, if you can use her, if you're good with her, she's a fantastic champion. I am just not great with her. Let me put it that way. I wish I was, but I'm not.
Slice him. We might have some hope for Spidey being science.
He's not science. Give it up.
No, we have a tiny bit of hope, and that is because we should eventually be 100% getting Spider-Man 2099, considering he's already in the game files. And they might bring in Iron Spider because there's been talk or possibly a small leak about him being in Infinity War.
We'll see.
That would
And
be
if you-
interesting.
Do you guys know who Iron Spider is?
That would be.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, let's get back on topic here real quick. Other than hoping
my
that
bad.
Spider-Man is going to be something he's not, but that's okay.
I can
Right.
dream.
Yeah, keep dreaming. All right, Psylocke. So here's her signature ability. So she can disrupt your nervous system, blah, blah, blah. Defensive ability, accuracy by 61% when they have 0 power. Also gaining bonus crit rating when your opponents, wait a minute. Gain up to 814 bonus crit damage when the lower your opponent's current power.
So if they have less power, your crit rating goes up. Your crit
Correct.
damage rating goes up.
Correct. All attacks, you
Interesting.
gain less power from striking your opponent. It's all
That's
about...
what throws me off.
It's really weird. It's not about her power gain as much as it is her ability to control it and gain crit. But where she really gets nasty is, so special 1 you can drain. If you drain it, you also gain a power gain, if I remember right. To reduce over a power bar threshold, you gain power until she reduces 1 power. So if you time your L1, basically what happens is once it's timed, you drop them below. So the idea is you knock them up over that first bar, hit your L1, it drains them under. You gain a bar of power. So as you're taking away, you're gaining, even though you're not hitting them. Your power gains all due to her specials. The fun one is actually
That is interesting.
her fun was is her L3. Hey, take it easy, Legendary Bros. We'll see you next time. Not a problem. But her L3 is interesting because it burns so much of their power. And then if it reduces them to 0 power, it stuns them for 5.5 seconds. And it power locks them for 10 seconds. So, I mean, it's like after your L3 on her, it's like putting the ball on a tee and just going haywire.
Yeah, that's pretty intense, actually.
Yeah, her L3 is that. So it's a little bit of power control early on. Even her L2,
Yeah.
100% to power lock for 6 seconds. So she's got a lot of control to her. She's just very funky how she does it. On top of it, every time you crit, or after, is it a crit? She gains, let's see here. Where's it at? Okay, each time Psylocke is struck by an opponent, they consume a psi charge, instantly gaining up to 50% additional power. So, it's very important that you really do a good job of blocking with her. She is the one that you want to make sure that you block and take care of, because it can get nasty. All right. But yeah, no, she's a lot of fun, and once
She
you get
definitely
used to her,
sounds useful.
yeah, once you get used to how she runs, it's totally different. Sonic BioWare, what's up, man? Good seeing you in here again.
Also, going back a little bit, someone had a question about Road to the Labyrinth Chapter 4, which I think we're all on right now.
Which shocks
So,
me. I figured you would be done with it by now.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know. I got stuck on the on Chapter 3 with the spite and the power and the all or nothing
Mhm.
on a couple of them, and it just really started to frustrate me to the point that I think I stopped trying for it, started focusing on Master, on the event quests and such, explored Act 4, explored Chapter 1 of Act 5, and then started working toward Chapter 2 before going back to Road to the Labyrinth. So that was why I wanted to tackle Realm of Legends before even going back to the Labyrinth.
And it just shocks me from playing with you whenever I was in the Alliance with you. Phenomenal player. Very capable of bypassing just about anything that I've seen. So whenever you said you just finished ROL, it blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute. I beat that before Jake? No way. Like, it didn't seem right. He was an excellent player.
No, I
so.
appreciate that. I
Real-
appreciate that a lot. I think it was you and Bulldog probably said it to me the other night that you just can't psych yourself out about it.
No, you can't. And
You know, like
so many
you
players
just gotta be patient. You know, they're gonna be long fights, but definitely doable.
Yeah, I think so many players just don't go do it because they get caught up on, I don't want to do that. It's going to be too hard. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. But it's not.
No, I mean, I just powered through it in like a couple hours throughout the day. You know, did a couple fights in the morning, took a break, did a couple fights in the afternoon. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
just be patient with it.
By the way, Omar, thanks for stopping in. I gave you a shout out there in the chat, but I want to make sure I say hey to you here on the mic. And right now, Angel really nails it on the head here. I want to take advantage of this week's boost to do some damage in Chapter 4. Guys, all day long.
Absolutely.
Take advantage of this. Kabam has given us a great advantage. Put it to use. Don't sleep on it. Don't let it pass. Get on it. So.
And even if you're at capacity with your other boosts, you can pop those on top of it and get some really good attack and health boosts.
Yeah, it can
Oh,
get
crap.
nasty.
I think Kid banned my buddy for messing around with me.
Oh well.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, the nice fellow earlier, the Benjamin, he was just playing, and I just realized that was him.
Oh, that's all right. We can get him unbanned. Real quick here. Sahib says, "Hey, bro, tell me you're 100% complete Act Chapter 5-1. I'm not even close."
I actually am. I 100% explored Act 5, Chapter 1.
I haven't even started.
It's
Don't even want to.
a few of the quests are a lot harder than the other ones. I did it way out of order. I think I finished the fourth quest, then the second, like third, first, sixth. Like it was all over the place, and it was just purely based on what champs I had at the time, what wasn't in AQ. You know, what can I still power through some of these ridiculous global nodes with.
Sure.
I'm going to go back in actually and see what some of those were. Because I remember the sixth quest being just long and tedious.
I can tell you Act 4 is long and tedious. Holy smokies. Every time I turn around, I feel like it's just running in circles. Never ends.
There's actually a really fun quest in Act 5 Chapter 1 where you have lifesteal, which is basically just if you don't get hit, you can live forever. You steal something like 150% of the damage that you deal as health. So long as you can keep a combo, you're good.
Yep. Alright. I absolutely hate grinding the arena. Not that it's hard, it's just so long. And it's something that, you're going to get done. It's just the time to do it. I think that's what drives me crazy. It's like,
Yeah, absolutely.
how many times do I got to do this over and over and over? But, oh well. Could
And
be worse.
Angel, you're absolutely right. Those last two of chapter 1 are definitely a pain. Chapter 6 or quest 6 of chapter 1 has brute force, which is you have to keep attacking. Otherwise, if you haven't struck them in 6 seconds, you get degeneration. So you just got to really be offensive, but be smart about it and try to bait as many specials as you can.
Sorry, I was sending out a quick chat.
Good.
Let's see here. Vinny says I've been doing Act 4. It goes on forever. Here's the thing. I started Act 4 back when I came to the Alliance with you, Jacob, because I was so far behind, and I needed a way to level up champions, and so there was the Tier 4 basics, and at that point in time, it was about the easiest way to get a basic outside of anything else.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, it was the only way to get them, because the Alliance stuff, we didn't
And
have the glory.
You get a good amount of them, too.
Well, exactly. And so for me, it was like, okay, this is the easy way to get it done. So I quickly did that, and then I was done with it. I was like, screw it, I don't want to mess with it anymore. And now you look back on it, and it's just like, oh, holy smokies. I got to go finish this thing out at 100%. This is going to take forever.
Yeah, a lot of things in this game are tedious when it comes to like end game content.
Very.
But it's one of those weird almost paradoxes where it's like I get the rewards necessary to beat this specific point in the game after I beat this specific point in the game.
Yes. Very much so, and it is crazy to see, so who knows? I'll be glad when I'm done with Act 4 at 100%. I'll be glad when it's all over, but until then, it's just a non-stop headache. A Willow says, for brute force, I did a lot of parry and medium hits to bait easier. Oh, I better pay attention.
That's definitely the way to do it.
Sorry, I was getting whooped by Ghost Rider, so do me a favor, keep an eye on that chat. If there's any question, guys, again, we got Jacob and Star here with me. Jacob is one of my previous Alliance guys. He was an officer, I guess, assuming still am, in that Alliance.
Absolutely.
Great player, excellent player. Feel free to ask questions. Star is our local guy, younger fella, but good player. Really just kind of getting going and building his account. So, but he is a Spider-Man fanatic, so feel free to ask questions, put it to use. That's what we're here for, and I'll answer whenever I look up.
Anthony is back if we want to ring him back in.
Yep.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. There you are.
Wow.
He was a
I can't believe
ghost.
I lost. Unreal.
Goes under the radar.
Ghost Rider sneaking in some late hits. Couldn't land a parry to save my life.
Someone was
Ghost Rider is
saying,
my new favorite character. I want him so bad.
I would love to land a Ghost Rider. Honestly, Mystic is my favorite class. I just want one of everything.
I
don't
have Ghost
need
Rider.
everything
He
to be
is fun.
duped. I just want every single Mystic here.
Nah, you
champ.
want 'em duped. There's so much fun when they're duped.
Naturally.
They're a
Ghost
ton
Rider's
of fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Ghost Rider, his duped is basically like Groot's, though, isn't it? Where you just sort of start with a judgment.
No,
No.
No?
Totally different.
no,
Okay.
it's a sixth judgment, and it's when you land when you finish a 5-hit combo with a medium, you get a fury buff.
Oh, that's
And-
intense.
depending on your sig ability.
That attack is
Yeah.
a greater increase.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's intense.
And it's actually good because the regen is based off the damage you deal. So
Correct.
if you
That Fury
If you-
buff makes the world go round.
wow.
and so like when I play Ghost Rider, like I'll start off. I usually start with an L1, then a Fury, then a Bleed, because the Bleed will tick
Mhm.
higher with the Fury up, and then I'll hit a regen. That way because every judgment increases the next judgment's time by like 3 seconds or something, or like a percentage. So
The reason I fell in love with Ghost Rider is I was watching Seaton's Is Ghost Rider Good or Not? And that Ghost Rider had like a 30-second regen because all the chained judgments.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, because he had all the judgments up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how
What?
useful that'd be in Realm of Legends?
But they have like a 75% chance to proc. So sometimes you got to hit them like 3 or 4 times before they proc.
And what's also good is his SP3 is basic, or L3 I should say, is basically a reset button.
Yeah,
Correct.
but it also does damage too.
Yeah.
And I want to say it Fate Seals them. Or is that... No, it's L1. There was something else it does. And I can't remember.
I'm actually looking at my 3-star right now. It says opponents under damnation, that's after the L3,
There
are
it is.
also power locked, heal
Power
blocked,
locked, yeah.
and fate sealed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
it's nasty.
you get all 3 of those.
The
Yeah,
power
he's a
lock,
monster.
the power lock's nice, and the L2
Because his
is a
L2 power
drain.
drains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good champ. I would love to have him as a 4-star.
The 75% kind of sucks.
It does, but at the same time, if you're good with parrying, it's just the difference between doing a 5-hit combo or doing a heavy.
Well, not
Yeah,
just that.
it's just,
The other side to that, though, is if you look, the chance goes up if you're playing against an evil-based champion.
yeah.
So it's
No, that's
right,
good.
and that makes
No.
perfect sense when you think about Ghost Rider as a character.
Yeah.
I thought when you're playing against a villain, it only increases his critical hit.
yeah, I'm fairly certain.
No, it also ups his
Opportunity.
percentage to proc.
It does.
Yep.
Chance to
Yeah.
place a judgment increases by 20%, which
Nice.
is significant.
Okay. I thought it was critical hits. That's
Nope.
even better.
Yeah.
It's also actually
That's why he's
not
so
just
good
his
for
critical
AQ,
hits,
though.
it's also his armor rating goes up.
Yeah, he's nasty all the way around.
That's why he's so good for
Oh.
AQ. AQ is loaded with villains.
And
Yes.
bleed immune, yeah, like to boot.
He should be bleed, poison, and incinerate immune, but that's I don't know.
Well, it's one
I
of those
think
things
so.
where you got to be careful. You can't load him up with too much.
Well, he should be at least degeneration immune. He's already dead.
Agreed. Or at least like soul barb immune, something.
Yeah.
Angel saying, do you think it'd be a good idea to use glory on alpha catalysts? I'm currently trying to rank up my 5-star Ultron and Hulk, and am dry with alphas.
Yes.
If you're desperate and you want to get that 5-star, both of those up there, definitely. Yeah, you can get more glory weekly, and
I mean, the way I see
everything
it
is
is,
not wash.
why would you not? I mean, if that's
Yeah.
the thing holding you back, then that's what the whole purpose of glory is there for.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Right now I have 20 T4B basics, so all I do is buy those at the moment.
Exactly. Just whatever you're in need for at the time, get it.
Here's an interesting one.
The glory is awesome.
Extreme Will says, rank 5, Ghost Rider over Dr. Voodoo.
No,
See, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I'd still go with Voodoo.
in the only circumstance that is if your alliance is pushing map 6 Alliance Quest. Then I would do Ghost Rider. But at that point, you probably have already had Voodoo ranked up anyway, so...
Yeah. Here's the deal. Voodoo is just such a great champ in so many aspects. And where Ghost Rider is good, but I just think Voodoo brings a little more to the table, a little more control. The regen is a guaranteed. Because here's the problem with Ghost Rider. If you run into that champ that then turns around and blocks, or just kind of cowers up in the corner and you can't get him to come out, you waste it. That regen's done. With at least Doc Voodoo, you're guaranteed to get that every fight.
Yeah, I would prefer Voodoo in 9 out of 10 fights.
Yeah. R31 just had to give home doc service a buzz. My dad's got a bad flu. Dude, that sucks. Hopefully your dad gets to feeling better.
I think Voodoo has slightly... I mean, Ghost Rider has slightly better synergies, too.
And just a cooler looking character.
I do agree with Chid here. Ghost Rider lasts in long fights. I agree.
Yeah.
In a long fight, Ghost Rider, because you can cycle back through the regen, you can cycle back through the buffs, he is better off in the long run.
He's a great champ for lull and roll because of that. Those long fights.
I don't see him in lull. I don't see him in Labyrinth. He just doesn't have enough damage output.
Yeah, his damage output is not...
He's a great utility champ. That's what he is. Glock says
you could definitely use him in roll, though.
Oh, absolutely. But ROL is nowhere near what LOL is.
Yeah.
Jacob, did you notice that Glock says, it just dawned on me, I am like, totally know this Jacob Sigler guy.
I did see that. I figured there could only be one Glock princess, so it was a lot easier for me to realize that I knew her.
Yeah. That's funny.
Was she in your alliance?
Yeah. She was in the alliance back when I first came to it with Jacob and them guys.
R31, interesting.
Ghost Rider needs a face. Come on, let him hang out with that face.
R31 has been all over the place today.
I think R31's having a weekend. I mean, it is the weekend everywhere, so I'm sure we may be having some
I don't even know what day it
alcoholic,
is.
I was going to say.
Induced chats here.
Yep.
I was surprised, since we're on the topic of Ghost Rider, that we got the Johnny Blaze version instead of the Ray's version from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, from like the 70s.
No, when Quake came, I was surprised that when they
I see. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay.
Because he's the newest version of Ghost Rider, and he's in the comics. He's the newest as well.
Sure. Zurov, I guess, says Ghost Rider is awesome. I brought him in from near death to full health on a number of occasions in AQ and AW. And that's the point. I mean, he is just a champion that you can really do a lot of nasty things with as long as you know how to use it.
Is he good on duped?
Yes.
He is. The dupe makes it a little easier, though. R31 asks, how do you maintain a streak in the featured arena? I have not a clue. Never done it. Couldn't tell you that I know how, because that is one thing that I have not messed with.
I can tell you.
Have at it.
So, fights 1 through 5, you can use anyone on your roster that you want. I would recommend using your 3 stars, your lowest ranked 3 stars, up to fight 9. I personally use 4 stars up to fight 9, just for the extra points, but it's because I have a lot. But fight 10 through 12, you want to use 2 maxed out 3 stars and a 1 star.
Wait, what's the one?
Are we
Oh,
talking about the featured
were you
arena
only
or
in
the
5 stars?
basic arena?
Oh
yeah, I'm getting confused.
I thought he said
I was gonna say
T4B.
which one.
No, guys, we're talking about the featured, the
Oh,
T4.
featured. Oh, then just use your 4 stars and battle through the what do they call that?
The death
Death
matches?
squad. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Basically,
featured,
that's
the
it.
featured
It
arena,
would be
you need
be
maxed
really
out 5
patient in
stars.
those deathmatch fights and just try to power through, or
Yeah.
you have those deathmatch fight champions, and you can just match up.
Yeah. If you have
Otherwise, I'm not even
4 or
trying
5
for
stars.
featured champs until I know I have at least an expansive 5 stars to get enough points. Don't even need an infinite streak, but at least to put up something.
Yep.
I get to the 600. What is it? 600 or 600? The third milestone. Or sometimes I get to 1,000,000. Depends on how much time's left over from all the other ones.
Right, because, I mean, you're still using your 4 stars primarily in the basic.
Yeah, I get all the milestones and all the other ones first, and if there's time left over, then I'll just kind of screw around in it.
Yeah, it's a good system.
All right. Angel says, and I think we've kind of nailed this part home, but loves their Ghost Rider. Make it all the way through section 1 and 2 and up to Dormammu without having to use other champs. Again, guys, I think we've nailed this part down. Ghost Rider is a thumbs up all the way around. Amazing champ. Good to have. So.
I think he's in my personal opinion, Ghost Rider's top 5 in game.
Nah, I'm out on that. He's good, but top 5 is hard to crack. So here, top 5, you got Star-Lord.
There are
Yep.
a lot of champs to say top 5, yeah.
Yeah, it's Star-Lord, Voodoo, Wolverine, Scarlet Witch. You can make an argument for
Tina,
Captain.
I've got a question. I know a lot of people are loyal to Wolverine, but
Yeah.
Wolverine or X-23?
Wolverine.
X-23 in my opinion.
I've got X-23, and I love her. I don't have Wolverine.
Here's the
But,
difference. Wolverine, more regen, less damage. X-23,
More damage, less
regen.
regen.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
that right there. It's preference.
Yeah, but the difference between Wolverine's regen to X-23's regen is greater than X-23's
Then the
bleed.
difference to attack.
Sure.
Yeah.
Real quick, Sahib says, how is Hawkeye? I haven't even taken Hawkeye up. I've got him as a 5-star, and I haven't ranked him up yet. I just can't do it. I know he's a good champion, but I just haven't done
Jacob
it yet.
Schaefer wants to beat you in the head for that.
I know. Believe me, Jacob tells me all the time. Steve Torres says, how do you figure out your PI, dude? There's a link I can get you if you guys want it. I'll have to go yank it offline here later, or you can message me online. I'll be happy to send you the deal. Or if any of the mods have the link available, they can all post a link as well. So
I can only do it in line.
gotcha. So yeah, but I can help you get it, Steve, if you want. Feel free to add me online, or you can add me on Twitter. I'll post it on there as well later. You can look up Slice'em Gaming, or you can just look up Slice'em, either one. Alright, there's another win. Whew. Let's see here. Angel says X-23 regen is not reliable. Not reliable
That's
at all.
yeah, and R31 agrees. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I can
Yeah.
totally understand if you're used to Wolverine's regen, then it might seem like it's different, but like, I mean, in my opinion, every time you attack, a 15% chance to regenerate isn't a bad probability at all.
Which is the same as Wolverine's passive.
I think for me, Wolverine just comes down to he's more consistent. I would rather have a better regen than a better bleed, because here's the deal. I can kill the champion eventually. Eventually, Wolverine's going to whittle him down. But if you don't have
It's just
that
about
regen,
you not dying first, yeah.
right? You know, where X-23 is, okay, yeah, I landed. But if I make that bad play error, she's not as forgiving as Wolverine. And I think that's where the big difference lies.
I can definitely agree with that. I mean, I used her to get through Rhino in Realm of Legends, and it took around like 400 something hits. But there were definitely a couple times where I took a couple hits, and it took a little while to get back to full health. So I do see what you guys are talking about.
Does Rhino in ROL have the unblockable now?
He does not. At least it didn't happen to me, and I couldn't tell if I was lucky or if they took it away. They must have taken it away.
I don't think he has it. So
Yeah. I mean, I was even noticing a couple times I dashed forward and he dashed forward and I beat him. I intercepted him, and that should not happen.
Nope.
wow, let's see here. So Star says his opinion: Star Lord, Voodoo, Gwenpool, Scarlet Witch, Ghost Rider. Interesting.
I think Iceman might be making his way into Scarlet Witch's spot into the top 5.
That's tough. If so, that's fine, but I still think Scarlet Witch deserves to be in the top 5. She's an absolute
She's just
monster.
so. I mean, I love her. Don't get me wrong. She's one of my favorite champs. I use her as a 3-star, and she still wrecks. But she's so random. I want to say.
Doesn't
That's the
matter.
word for it.
I mean, that's the nature of her character. Is basically it's chaos.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
it's literally that global node chaos, and I love that.
Well, see, you know that the talk about how some people don't like Doctor Strange as much because they were there when they saw him fall.
Totally.
I played Scarlet Witch. Now, I was in tier... No, not 7. 8, right? This was back when I was only, like, level 25 because I took a huge, like, year break. And I had a 3-star complete maxed out, Sig 99 maxed out, dropping champ after champ after champ and getting her health back as a 3-star in that tier.
Right, and you could pop like 2 to 3 regens.
And they were double what they do now.
Yeah.
So, for me, seeing her fall, I kind of get that, like, she's not where I want her, just like people are about
exactly.
Doctor
And in that aspect, it's completely perspective because I'm sure you were here the other night. I was saying I didn't get her until after the nerf.
Yeah.
So for me, it was still just like, oh my god, she's a legend. Like now I see what everyone was talking about. Problem is, I still didn't get to see what everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
And you know, Jacob, I'm the same way. I didn't get her till after the nerf as well. But man, I don't care. She's still absolutely.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Amazing.
I'll put it this way. This is the best way I can put it. Scarlet, before the nerf, maxed out, 3-star, maxed out signatures, rank 4, so, you know, everything maxed, would be her 440, 4-star now. That's how much... So, imagine that.
That's a
back then,
brutal
4-star.
nerf. I can totally see why that hurts your soul.
Yes.
And all
You
the
could
other
run
Scarlet
this
Witch
3-star
loyals.
as an amazing 4-star in Offense and Alliance War or any other quest. 3-star could get you through the Chapter 3 of Act 4. Just by herself.
Well, I mean, here, I don't know if you remember this, Jacob, but right before the nerf, I can remember KMF and, was it Splat or KMF or both of them, used a 3-star Scarlet Witch to do ROL before the nerf,
Yeah.
just to be safe.
Oh,
I-
it's possible.
I do remember
yeah,
that.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though, is that it was possible. And that's what you're
And
saying.
that's why she's dropped some in my soul book there.
And sure,
And,
here's
and
the thing, I
to,
get it.
to Anthony's point, it may knock her out of the top 5 soon enough.
Yeah. I just love Iceman.
Here's the thing.
I am very excited to have the chance to get to play with him.
He's a
And
blast.
He's more reliable.
He's a more consistent. He's he is a Captain America WW2 type champion. A very consistent champion, but has a higher damage output.
But Scarlet Witch is still dishing out the damage, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. When I say I don't like her randomness, pre-nerf, there was no randomness to her. She played as reliable as Cap or Iceman.
Well, she was still crazy, but just not.
But you had triple the odds.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
that's why. I mean, she's still in my top 5. She's just dropped.
I like this. Steve says still doesn't have her duped. LOL. But here's I do enjoy this. This is kind of funny. Trey says the way Slice plays Angel makes me think Archangel is top 5. You know, if I didn't have to worry about him running against a bleed immune or poison immune champion, he's a top 5 champion to me. It is just the amount of damage he can do is just brutal, and the things he can get around is amazing. So
I would like to see a normal Angel before he went Archangel, where he didn't have the bleed and the neurotoxin, but he had Hulk-like physical damage.
I tell you what, let's bring that Angel in. He can fly around up in the sky and be a scout for the other champions real quick.
Huh.
You know, I mean, look, he was strong, but he really hit his stride when he became Archangel. I mean, that's where the damage is at.
Very true.
Having him as regular Angel, I think, just wouldn't be it. So.
No, I'm saying we should have both.
Too many angels.
Yeah. Angel says, I'm still waiting to see the triple regen on her. I keep hearing about it so much. I'm assuming you're talking about Scarlet Witch. It is nasty. Just the...
I did get one during my ROL run just now, and it is the first time I witnessed it, and it was pretty ridiculous. I went from near death to almost full health.
I was going to say, I've seen it proc. I've got a double, and it is absolutely nasty. I mean, it's no matter what you have on you, you still gain health. It's just like, whoop, and you're there. Hey, James, how's it going? Welcome to the channel, man. Thanks for stopping in tonight. And again, guys, if anybody else is new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. We're pushing towards 500 subscribers. We've been growing absolutely really quickly. So if you've been here before, continue doing me a favor and telling your friends, because it's amazing to see how fast we've been growing. And it's been you guys making it happen. So I can't say thank you enough. So, yeah. I agree with Z. Zeroff says regular Angel would be too weak. I just don't see it. Yeah, I agree. There's just nothing there that would be, oh, this is what they're going to do, and this is why it makes sense. So,
I mean, that was one of those funny things where I was always like, I don't really buy into the fact in the comics that Apocalypse would want Angel on his crew. I understand why he would want Archangel, but why Angel?
He got him as Angel and turned him into Archangel.
But that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
saying, like, why would you want Angel? Like, oh, here,
I'm
going to steal a
to
mutant.
make something good if you could just find something better.
Yeah, like, oh, here, who shall I take? Not you, not you. Hey, you with the wings flying around. Come hang out with me. I'm going to make you a complete, amazing character here. Come on. Don't worry about it.
What type of metal is his wings? Are they, like, do you know?
I don't think it's ever stated.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if they were, like, adamantium, which sadly they aren't, I'd try to melt those puppies down when he shoots at you.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
So, all right. Speaking of powering things down, it is getting rather late. I'm probably going to do another round or two here in the arena, and then start closing everything down. Again, we will be live again tomorrow. So, my goal is to do my normal stream in the morning around that 11:30 Central Time, 12, somewhere right in that range. I'll be announcing it on Twitter. My life can get hectic, so I can't guarantee a certain time, but be prepared for around there. And then after that, we'll do an afternoon one as well. and then the typical late night party. And we've got some crystals to open, so hopefully we can get some good luck tomorrow.
So tomorrow's Sunday, got it.
Correct. Tomorrow is Sunday.
Am I the only one in summertime that the days just kind of merge and you don't know which is which?
No, you're not alone. Solidarity.
I may miss 1 or 2 of your mini streams tomorrow.
Hey, not a problem, brother.
It'll be a
Yeah.
miracle if I'm up at 11, just saying.
Got some 4th of July stuff going on tomorrow.
Same here. I don't know for sure when I have all my 4th of July stuff. So I know I'll be out and about and busy, so who knows.
Sure.
And of course, this limbo would proc both times. Alright, guys. Well, again, I really appreciate everybody coming in. And like I said, I'm going to finish beating this arena up here. And then hopefully be out of here and come back tomorrow with some more good news. So,
Slice him. Can you do me a favor?
what's up, buddy?
Tomorrow, try to beat my pillow hands with the 2-star.
Okay, not a problem.
That would take
I don't
like
think you
all
can do
the entire stream.
That's, you guys gotta admit, he's crap, but he can last.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but now you've just got crap that's getting hit a lot.
It's like a double tickle fest.
Yeah.
But
It's
in
almost as
Alliance
bad as
War,
fighting
that
a
can
willpowered
actually be
Ant-Man.
useful, because if they slip up just once, it'll hurt.
Sure.
Then you got a lot more time to mess up with Luke Cage.
Alright.
I don't even think I would publicly announce the fact that I had.
I don't disagree with you, Anthony. Like, at some point, you have to sit back and say, I don't know whose account that is. I think I was hacked.
Yeah, I would lurk. I would hide in chat and like not until that wasn't my profile pic. I would hide.
Yeah,
I don't care. I ain't ashamed.
you should be. R31 Slice 'em. Can you dress as SpongeBob tomorrow? Unfortunately, I don't have that big of a sponge around me, so
He must.
Nah, but just have that Deadpool do the stream.
just have Deadpool sitting in with me.
Yeah.
R31 must be having one hell of a night. What the hell?
Yeah, he's having fun.
He has
Right?
had a good night.
He just keeps like popping his head in, just like.
Throwing out the most
If you scroll up,
random-
his last comment was milk. Like just, yeah, he's feeling the type of way.
He's either in that stage where you're so tired that you're like literally hallucinating, or he's just like totally
Yeah.
gone.
Or he's actually hallucinating.
Hey, you never know. He could always take he probably took a trip to Colorado.
No, I think he's having a good weekend. Extreme Will says I had Joe Fix It as a profile pic for a while. Ouch. That's
Yeah,
bad,
that's
too.
rough.
That's rough.
I think Joe Fixit sucks more than Pillow Hands.
I
you're
agree
wrong.
with that.
At least Joe Fix It has a sweet bleed.
He has an okay bleed.
And a
If
regeneration.
you have him duped.
Yeah. Otherwise, I purely bank on critting with his L2.
And he's got regen and all the little weird things that he does.
His regen, horrible.
Still there. Pillow hands ain't
It's
got that.
it's still there.
Yeah,
If you put
Hold
Yeah,
on.
my
If you put
my
Luke
biggest
Cage
complaint
and
about
Joe Fixit in a fight, bots, Luke Cage will win.
no.
well,
Yes,
I don't
'cause
know,
he's bleed
dude,
immune,
because
so that little bleed he does have won't affect Cage.
but let's think about it also this way. Does the Joe Fixit have willpower? Because exhaustion does nothing except let them get health from willpower.
Yep. That would be brutal.
Oh, it would be horrible.
Can you imagine if back in the day If you had
Oh
if
my
you had an
God,
Ant-Man versus Pillow Hands willpower fight, oh
just
man,
fatigue and then just go on forever. No.
that would be awful.
What if somebody did that and the fight's still going to this day?
It's over.
I think that phone caught fire already.
Yeah. Star. That was some horrible play. Archangel there got my R3 off, or L3 off, and then just kind of stood there and got punched in the face. But, whoa, Rich the man, what's up, big man? How you doing? Good to see you in here, brother.
Whoa, Rich the man. What time is it over where you are, Rich the man? It's 4 o'clock in the morning here.
Let's say I'm looking at 3:42.
5 o'clock in the morning.
3:42.
5 o'clock in the morning.
So yeah, he's out on the East Coast here. There's my neurotoxin that I needed. Iron Fist is toast. No prayer.
Rich the man is one of my favorites.
I just found out who he is. What's up, Rich the man?
All right,
Oh,
guys.
you
I think
guys
it's
are
about
like,
that
you're
time I
dumb.
call
How do
it
you not know
quits.
who Rich the man is?
Do what, Jacob? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna call it quits at this point in time.
All right, man. Well, listen, thanks for stopping in. It's good seeing you again, brother.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you having me. Hopefully it's not the last time. Like
No.
you're saying, probably gonna be busy tomorrow, but maybe I'll catch you at the later chat.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me know. We'd love to have you back in sometime. Always good seeing you.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me. Take it easy, guys.
You too, man.
Take care, brother.
You're only 5 hours ahead of me. Oh wait, yeah, 5 hours ahead of me, and I'm in Boston, Rich the man.
Oops.
Boston to England is only 5 hours. I thought it was more than that.
I used to go to Boston
5.
every single day. Back when I lived up
excuse
in
me.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, nope. Yeah, Great Britain is 6 hours ahead of me, so 5 hours ahead of the East Coast.
I thought it was more than that.
Nope. Alright, guys, and again, we're going to start tearing this down here before too long. I know I said that a while ago, but then again, we've got 30 people in here hanging out and watching, and I absolutely hate leaving with people hanging out in the stream, so...
You don't have a very northern accent. That's surprising.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, what do you expect? What were you expecting?
Well, my brother makes my ears bleed when I have to talk to him for long periods of time. Bless his soul. Because it's bad. It's real bad.
The Boston accent?
Yes, it's horribly bad.
I do it it depends.
His is 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's really bad when you're like in the inner city. Like I'm like 20 minutes west of Boston, so
It's not as bad.
yeah. Like
It's
if you're
in
in
the
like
city.
north, yeah, the inner city's like wicked bad.
And he's a firefighter up in there. So.
Anyone see that movie? The Town?
Of course.
So
Have not.
Jeremy Renner is not from Boston, and Ben Affleck is, right?
Right.
Did anyone notice that Jeremy Renner had a better Boston accent than?
No, I didn't really pay that close attention to it.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like the dude's from here, and he couldn't even get it right.
That's funny. And you know what? Oh, never mind. I was going to say something about Ant-Man and Black Widow, but he wasn't duped, so. Alright. Alright. So we're starting to get close to here. As soon as I run out of energy, I am going to call this. It is 3:45, 3:46 in the morning, and we're slowly whittling down this last path. Well, not last, but whittling down these paths here inside of Act 4. Tomorrow morning I'll get up, finish up my T4 catalyst, may look at putting a couple more points up on Howard the Duck just to make sure I get the crystals. I don't see myself getting Howard unless a lot of people, and it would have to be a lot of people, do exactly what I did, where you start out after him and you say, you know what, I really don't want Howard that bad, and just stop midway. So
How many points you got?
I'm probably at 1.7, 1.8, and
You're fine.
I should be safe. So
At least you got your milestones.
yeah, and I'll get up tomorrow to make sure. But you know, at the end of the day, this all runs down to for me, I'd rather have the T4 basic. Howard is nice, but not a necessity. So nothing here that I'm too overly concerned about.
Do you guys see Rich the Man's latest 5-star opening?
No. What
You
was
got two. You got Hulkbuster and crap. They were both bad. Hulkbuster and oh, I can see it. I can't remember. It was bad.
Iron Patriot?
No, his video was funny. He was severely disappointed.
Well, I'm sure. All right.
I am having trouble reading chat here.
Yeah, we've had the
A
Spanish
lot of
invasion.
Hulkbusters going around. Anyone notice that?
Lots.
There's been a lot of Hulkbusters being pulled.
All right. And guys,
I feel like
oh, go ahead, Star.
I feel like Kabam sets like certain champs to get pulled more at certain times.
No.
I know that sounds really dumb, but I'll put it this way. I opened
Oh, Colossus. That's what it was. It was Colossus, yeah. Hulkbuster and Colossus.
I pulled 4 3-star Groots out of the 6 3-star crystals I opened. One week. And I was just seeing Groot everywhere. 2 stars. I don't know if you guys were playing then or if it's happened to you, but for a solid week, Groot's out the hee-hoo.
Sure, but I don't necessarily think that had much to do with them having. I mean, that was just a limited crystal, so there's really not a whole lot there that you can do. You know.
Did anyone get anything good from the Brutal DLX crystal?
No, garbage.
Yeah, I think I got I know I got a 2-star. I don't even know which one.
All right. Well, fellas, again, I appreciate you guys stopping in, helping out. At this point, I think I'm going to start looking at shutting this thing down, approaching 4 a.m. here in the Central Time area. So, again, I do want to say thank you to all the folks that stopped in, gave us the support, gave us the likes, the subscribes. Again, we really, really appreciate it. I'll be going again tomorrow with some more streams, so don't hesitate to stop in, check us out. With that being said, guys, is there anything, Anthony, Star, you guys want to hit up before we head out?
Just keep getting in the pool, guys.
R31 is the bomb.
Yes, and I think Anthony nailed it in. Get in the pool, guys. Also, don't forget you can follow us on Twitter. The entire group has a Twitter. It's Slice 'em Gaming. You can get a hold of all of us on Twitter there. Also, you can get a hold of myself.
Sly, at some point tomorrow, you gotta help me get line on my computer too.
Absolutely, not a problem, brother.
I couldn't figure it out the other day.
Guys, again, we appreciate everybody so much for stopping in. I really hate to run. We got 30 people watching, and here we are. We're going to disappear. But at the end of the day, guys, at some point I do got to cut it off. I got to get ready for tomorrow, get some sort of rest. So, listen, thank you again. We appreciate it. Everybody take care. Enjoy. Have a safe weekend if you're in the States. Enjoy your 4th of July weekend. We will be
Have a
streaming,
safe
so.
weekend for everybody around the world.
Thanks, star. I'm glad you changed that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. And again, thank you so much. If you've been around, bring a friend, send a friend our way, tell them to come check it out. Again, we greatly appreciate all the help we can get. So until next time, I hope you guys have the best of luck. Get the pools you want. Tomorrow we will be popping crystals, so come in and check it out. Till then, everybody take care, and thank you.